Lovely. It's me, Raven. Welcome. Sorry I am running late. I blame my bread brain. um, anyway, we're settling in. Hey, at least I had some of my stuff sorted. I did most of the right brain. Uh, okay. Um, well, welcome. We're gonna be reading more, W.P. Kinsella stories, more from Dance Me Outside, more tales from the Ermine Skin Reserve. That's the full title. Hi, Turt. Hi, Lahonk. Hi, Generium. Was there someone else in it? I think there was someone else in the. Yeah, Lahonk, Turt, and Generiums. That's who's talking right now. Hello. And, oh, now Divide. Hello. And anyone else that was, just lurking around. Welcome. Hello to you. What's lying? That you were here? I think I see you. uh, ooh. It is good to be clean. It's good to feel clean. I take deep breath. I'm a bit EP. Overtired raven brain. Who knows how this will go? I love them. Should be much higher. Ooh. Riz 81. That's what you're saying? Nice. Whoa, there's so many things. Hey! Thanks, Cage. Thank you. I see 17. Froggers. Good roll. Good. But thank you very much, Cage. Hi, Mr. Dead242. We're gonna drop some very important money frogs. I see people are forgetting their money frog response. It is in 7TV if you wish. Give some supports. Thank you, Cage. Why you bonk Cage? Cage renewed subscription. That's good. How rude. Yes, unfortunately, your numbers have dropped, Divad. Por qué, Turtle? Why, Turt? Why? And a slap to Turt. The fighting just goes around. Oh no. Fett has a 38. Riz. Very correct. Very sad. That's no right. That's no right. Bonking Cage, slapping Turt. Oh no. I'm surprised none of this was Lahonk yet. It's all been not Lahonk. Oh, there's somebody fights Lahonk first. Oh no. Oh, my brain. I misread. It was Lahonk that bonk. I have misread. I have bread for brain. It's okay. I don't get blamed for my bread brain, please. Okay. And a slap. Will the bot recognize? Will the board recognize this decision? It appears the bot will not recognize your slap. I sorry. Ooh, Froggers. Why are you not working, Froggers? It just says your text instead of your little face. But an 18, nice. 105 Riz. Cage is really getting it. Okay. You see it? I don't. My 7TV is no work. Let's reload. Let's see what happened. I don't know what happened. No. It's not working. 7TV, why are you not cooperate? I will deal with another time. I do not have energy for. 15% for Turt. Exactly, it is a bonk karma. Oh, go ahead and lurk away. What happened to your 110 from earlier? You got bonking for no good reason, and so karma. That's what happened to it. Alright, okay, we've done lots of little open hellos and such, and everybody's got their numbers away and bonking as they so please. Ugh. Now it is time to get into the stories. So we're jumping into... Of course it won't let you bonk yourself. That's bad. It says no. I think it probably would let you, but it's just cooldowns, actually. Yeah, exactly. Brain, I know you're just bread right now, but do we think we could figure out what we were gonna say? Okay. Oh yes. We'll start reading now. That's what I was going to use my brain for saying. We're gonna start back into the stories. I have my trigger warning up. We never know if it's gonna be one of those tough stories, because this book is good for that. WP can sell it in general. Is good at that. He's good at the comedy, little goofball moments, and the big heavy hitter. So we don't know what it'll be. But the next story is called Feathers. That's what we're going to do. And you can go ahead and send in your redeems for after each story. But we won't do them right now. Oh, goodness. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure we've only got like 4 stories left. Yep, only 4 stories left in this particular book. So after these 4 stories, we're going to go to the next book of short stories, because he's got lots. But we're nearly done the one book that I got from the library, so I'm excited. This should be good. All right. Feathers. And you guys have all of those. That's a lot of redeems already. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Okay, focus, Raven. Oh, no. Okay. Let's... Stay awake, Raven. Oh, I'm glad you guys still love each other. And yes, redeem's in so that you can just not touch a button for the next little while. Sounds perfect. Hi, Hades, not the villain. Welcome in, welcome in. We're jumping into our stories. Feel free to cozy up. Here we go. Feathers. It was about 3 months before the big important Council of Indian Tribes meeting in Calgary that Mrs. Chief Tom Crow-Eye decided to become a chicken dancer, and that is about the last thing that her husband is want her to do. Have anybody seen chicken dancers? I don't think I have. Sounds like you could use some gamers ups. What is that? Gamers ups? What are those? Any recommendations and things? I want to know. We always shake hands after a fight or hug. Aw, yes, you two are good to show the loves after you fight, whether between each other or something else. It's a scammer. Ah. Yes, I feel eepy. It's true. It's fair to have energy drink stuffs. I have seen somebody have what looked like an allergic reaction to stuff, but it was actually just they had way too much of that kind of thing. I don't think it was specifically that brand, but it was something like that because they had like powder, and they freaked out. Their heart was going nuts, and we were like real close to calling an ambulance for the friend. Which is funny because like the week before I had seen someone have like very similar symptoms, but it was an allergy to pineapples that they had never seen before. It was very interesting. And that person did go to the hospital. and that person was fine. Anyway, oh no. Tired and bread for brain raven means hello, random story? Yes. Oh, right. Where am I? Goodness. I'm using it to try and get off soda. Ah. I has a soda here. A caffeinated soda. Because I'm nocturnal now. My sleep is inside out this past couple weeks. I will fix it soon. But right now I'm all inside out, and that's fine. I will probably stay with what I've got. Yeah. The caffeine's just not caffeinating like it should this week. Who knows what that's about? Anyway. Yes, be careful about it. Like I said, you could be in a problem like my person that I saw. I have no choice in being nocturnal. Ah, you are in nocturnal? That's little nocturnal raven, the little Cicely lurk. Yes, that's me. Natural night owl, low key, using you to try and adjust it, raven. Oh, well, based on time zones, that may or may not be helpful. Yeah, I am a natural night owl too, but I am extra off kilt right now. Just fully going to bed when the sun comes up as of late. But yeah, okay, focusing. Ooh. Okay, well, what other energy things? If it's still got the other energy stuffs, because there's not just caffeine to wake people up. There's the other things that go into those. I hope it's still safe. You're not getting too much of the anything. But I am not in charge of you. You will... Oh, that was a good knuckle crack. I am not in charge of you. You will do you as you choose to. I'm going to try and go back to the story and not get distracted. But I have a feeling we're going to keep getting distracted. Careful with those two. A lot of caffeine energies have too much sugar, and ODing on B vitamins can cause... Yes, too much different B vitamins, 1,000%. It happened. Okay, brain. Are you gonna brain? Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. Feathers. We're reading feathers. We got one paragraph in. Okay. Chief Tom Crow-Eye is what militant Indians call an apple. This is a very rude way about to go things, but this is what the story says, okay? Anyway. He is red on the outside, but white on the inside. Lucky for him, there ain't many militant Indians around the Ermine Skin Reserve, so he'd probably be our chief for quite a long time. There is talk about Chief Tom gonna run for the Conservative Party in the next election here in Alberta. And boy, if you don't think that make him feel more important than he already is, you better think again. He tell everybody who get in his way that he been reading books on political science and study up on the Constitution. You ever do any experiments in that there political science? My friend Frank Fence Post asked him one time. Like make up stuff to smell like rotten eggs the way we do sometimes down to the technical school? No, Chief Tom say to Frank and looked down on him like maybe he a pile of cow chips. Us guys talk about sometime we gonna put Frank Fence Post up for chief. We say if we gonna have a chief, don't do nothing for us. We should elect one that be really good at it. Frank would be good at doing a lot of nothing. But in that way, he would end up doing a lot of chaos, too. He is such a shit starter. Frank Fence Post. Okay. Chief Tom is pretty young as Indian chiefs go, only about 40, and his wife Mary be 5 years or so younger. He is a pretty handsome guy, even though he is awful short and a little bow-legged. Bow-legged's not bad. Used to be that the tribal war bonnet, that some say belonged to Poundmaker, drag on the ground behind him when he wear it. They say he took it to a tailor shop in Edmonton and got it shortened. Frank Fence Post make jokes on him when he ain't around. Say if Chief Tom was ever to lead us into battle, he'd be able to ride on a big dog instead of a war pony. Okay, don't go after our short kings either, please. Come on. Okay. Sometimes when he is around, somebody say, bow wow, bow wow, and everybody is bust up laughing, and Chief Tom is always wonder why. Ugh. Even before I know for sure, I suspected that it be because of Samantha Yellowknees that Mrs. Chief Tom decided to become a chicken dancer. Mrs. Chief Tom Crow-Eye is not what most people would say is a pretty woman. She is stocky built, not real fat, but she run pretty straight up and down. She got heavy legs and walk flat-footed like a man. She have a wide, flat face, small eyes, and a big, wide mouth with spaces between her teeth. She is jolly, though, and she got a fine laugh, and nobody ever mistake her smile for anything else. Samantha Yellowknees come from Ontario and been to university someplace. She is about 25, live in Wetaskiwin, and work on some government project that is supposed to help Indians some way. Samantha be pretty in a school teacher kind of way. Wears her hair pulled back, got glasses with diamonds in the rims, and wears Indian clothes that she bought in a department store, all covered in beads and elk teeth and feathers made from plastic. Right from the start, Chief Tom make sure take a big interest in Samantha's project, and they sure have lots of business to talk about. She come out to the reserve, picks him up in her shiny little government car with racing stripes and wheel covers. They talk their business mainly at the cocktail... Ooh, come on. There we go. At the cocktail lounge at the Travelodge Hotel. And I think sometimes at her apartment over on 51st Avenue in Wetaskiwin. I never been in the Travelodge cocktail lounge, but me and Frank peeked in the door one night and seen how dark it was and how the furniture is all covered in dark red leather. It don't look like a place to laugh a lot, and I hear they charge $1 for a bottle of beer. Before he met up with Samantha, Chief Tom used to wear work pants and a blue windbreaker. Then he got him a suit from the Eaton's catalog, be baggy around his bottom, and have big cuffs. Now he wears woolly jackets, a white shirt, and ties that Samantha buys for him from Robinson's stores. Ooh. It ain't too long before the chief be taking Samantha along on his trips to Edmonton and Calgary. It make me feel some sorry for the chief's wife. Nothing is ever a secret very long around the reserve, and Mrs. Chief Tom must know all about what going on. But I guess all she can do is pretend that it don't happen. It's cute to listen to Raven stumble while reading broken English. I don't know if I want to say things or not. I'll put it this way. It's not broken English. Yes, thank you, Hades. I'm like... I would call it an accent. I would call it an accent because you can see where they choose different wording. They know full well different language. And broken English is more like the things don't make sense. The verbiage and the stuff isn't built. This is fully built. It's just that they sub in their own different things. Like you wouldn't call Creole broken. It's its own thing, is what I want to say. Pretty much. Fair to think that it is, but it is its own thing. I'll be stumbling on anything, because this is somebody else's way of wording in every story, but especially this. This is not really the way it's dialect. Thank you, that's the word. Dialect, yeah. Hi, Brady. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, my brain just transported away because it's bred and tired again. But yeah, dialect, that's all. It's just different. Okay. Yes, we've got Chief Tom trying to pretend that Mrs. Chief trying to pretend that Chief is not doing what he's doing. Okay. Us guys go around sometimes, watch Mrs. Chief Tom practice her chicken dance. She get Rufus First Rider to play the drum for her, and she dance around in the backyard in front of their house. Now the chicken dance be a really fast one, and usually only done by really good dancers. It kind of sad, but there don't be no way that anybody could say that Mrs. Chief Tom be a good dancer. Oh, sorry. Sorry, ma'am. Her legs is too heavy and her body too fat, and she have a hard time squat down a lot and shake her backside like a chicken dancer's supposed to do. None of us got the bad heart to tell her she ain't no good, 'cause she be really excited about it and say she figures she be able to help out Chief Tom to get him elected and stuff. If she do her dance at meetings, get elected and stuff, if she do her dance at meetings where he gonna speak. Thank you for Pat's Fet. Thank you. Okay. Everybody I know is like Mrs. Chief Tom, and I bet a lot of people, like me for one, is vote on him for chief mainly because of his wife be such a nice lady. When we was little, Mary Crow-Eye used to let us guys hang around her place. She used to laugh a lot, tell us stories, and give us tea that was mostly milk with lots of brown sugar in it. There we go. Hades, yeah, you can overdo any vitamin. I don't know exactly if you'd call it OD in the way that you might be thinking, but it can cause serious health issues, yes. Any vitamin. You can turn orange from too many carrots. Like, there's all kinds of things. Anyway. Everything in moderation. It might get very hard to get to whatever amounts, but yeah, if you're having a lot of just one thing, yeah. Yep, there you go. Yeah, for the most part, just like you would do for if you were drinking alcohol. Your kidneys are gonna get rid of all the stuff and you're still gonna have some of the effects. That's kind of how it go. But at a certain point, you has too much. Have you heard of the people that die from too much water? Anybody can have too much of anything. Anyway, okay. Focusing, Raven. Too much vitamin C? Oh, I'm about to go off in a whole other... Too easy to distract Raven right now. Okay, I focus. Yeah, if you have different stuff, different kinds of energy drinks, it might help if they've got different ingredients. Because the biggest difference if you don't have just one thing, you usually get at least the other things from happening. You get green from green beans too? Wow. Let's make a human rainbow with eating too much stuff, and they'll all be very sick, but they'll be all different colors. Red from lobster. Okay, I'm gonna ignore you while you have your fun. Okay, I focus. Pretty soon, everybody around the reserve know about Mrs. Crow-Eye be a dancer. That's our Mrs. Chief. We sure know that Chief Tom ain't gonna like it, 'cause a chicken dance be about as Indian as you can get, and Chief Tom, he try to get whiter every day. I bet they sure have some good arguments about that at the Crow-Eye house. If there be one thing that Chief Tom liked to do is repeat himself, so I bet even if he can only think of 1 or 2 reasons for his wife not to dance, he make it seem like 50. Did you catch that, folks? Maybe you didn't hear the way it's worded, but if there be one thing that Chief Tom liked to do, it is repeat himself. So I bet even if he can only think of 1 or 2 reasons for his wife not to dance, he make it seem like 50. Those people that say the same thing 500 different ways, aka Mr. Politician over here. Raven making the human rainbow. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice they're willing to make. I'll make the rainbow out of very bad people. How about that? No. Now I'm sounding like the SCP Foundation. I am not making the human rainbow, but if I knew that there were people that had colored themselves all the different ways, I would maybe try and get them in a room together. No, I am not ever turning SCP. I promise that didn't actually get me. I'm saying that you could arrange everybody together. Yellow from kidney failure. Yeah, I don't think that one's a specific eat too much of a thing, but yeah. We don't want to play anymore. We'll stop the rainbow. Oh my goodness, you guys. You distract me so good. Hello, welcome in. What's crack-a-lackin'? Apparently kind of my lungs while I'm laughing. Because I can hear the frogs in my throat. But they're being silly and I'm being distracted. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I know. You're good. It was good. It was very good. Am I ever going to focus again? My cheeks hurt. Oh no. Well, that's going to be a clip. Oh, I don't know what you mean, but I'm excited to see it. Okay. Cheeks. Ugh. This is where using a model is missing out on the hilarity. I just spent 20 seconds with just pulling my cheeks back because they hurt. None of you could see it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna hydrate. Okay, I can do this. Gave me a fun mental image though. Yeah. Well, I can't really do nothing with this. She don't have no arms. We have joked about it in the past. Okay. Oh, my cheeks still hurt. I need to stop smiling. Needs to be sad. Okay. Think about the other stories. Think about Lark Song. Oh, that one was sad. It was sweet but sad. Oh. You can't see me, but now I'm pinching my cheeks into my nose. And I'm like, why am I doing that? I was trying to hold them still. And now I'm just doing a different dumb face. Am I Talina? What's Talina? Does that mean Raven? I don't know what that is. And someone is playing a cat orphanage and then it burns down. And someone is like violin. Think about an orphanage. And then a grandma comes and sees it. Smoke on the water.
Now I'm seeing that grandma, when grandma shows up, the violinist changes. And then they're like, like they're just having fun. And she cries. Okay, grandma cries, but for whatever, the violinist decided to rock out. They're just having their own time. And I realized what you clipped, and I like it a lot. I did warn people at the start of this that I am a sand violin. What is a sand violin? I can't. We're gonna take 1 minute while I cough because of all the laughing, but I'll be back.
Okay, I'm here and I'm breathing. It's okay. You try to rein yourself in, but we love these giggle fits and your tangents. Then a rude man comes and tells the grandma, womp womp, and she starts crying even more. Just an aggressive man that's just like walking. Can someone animate this now? Because it's like, oh no, it's a kitten orphanage. The kitten orphanage is on fire. And there's a violin playing. And then a grandma. And then the violinist weirdly goes smoke on the water for a minute and then goes back to Zen. I know you meant smoke on the water, literally, but like, I'm just like seeing the musician suddenly going for the wrong mood, and then Grandma gives him a look because Braddy said, "Grandma crying with a sand violin, sad, sad violin," and then just in the middle of it's finally getting sad and we're finally focusing, random man casually walking by, womp womp, and everything is worse. Play a sad song on the words smallest violin. Sometimes it's more than fine. It's great. Was fine. I lost my brain. Think we broke her? You did, but I'm coming back together. I'm managing. The train is fully off the rails. El Chiquita's just I like that El Chiquitas just drops the like talk 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 cuz El Chiquitas doesn't know what we're saying. El Chiquitas is like and they're saying things and they're saying things. Glad you're here for the vibes. Was there rails in the first place? No. I'm I'm a dog sled or a wagon, buggy, like I've got horses in charge. We're not on a specific path. We'll go where we want, but we can get ourselves back on the road. We can pull it off. And Chiquitas again requests among us. The lack of context. Hello and among us are the words that I know best in English. I see that. Yes. Oh, Brady, all right. Then the rude man breaks the other guy's sand violin and kicks sand on it. Then he just pulls out a flute and starts playing the sad Naruto song. Do you hear the lung crack-a-lack? I need another minute. I'm going to try to be back. I think I'm good. My lung was crack-a-lackin' for sure. Hades says, bonk, stop, Braddy. Jetster says you could definitely hear it. Yes, it was there. Oh no. Chiquita says, talk. And a bunch in Spanish. Ooh. Normalmente. I was gonna try to do it. I wanna mod abuse. No, I think it's probably good. Do you have a translation for what you said? That would be nice. It would be fun if I could read it all in Spanish. I have taken Spanish classes, but I'm not very good, and I really wanted to go into like so, like oh my gosh. The like narrator voice that's all like oh, normally we discourage this, but to fully include you at this point, I'll use an automatic translator. People in the chat room are saying nonsense, and Raven can't seem to control her laughter as the scenario continues to expand. Her laughter is also making her laugh more as she realizes she is losing her composure. And her lungs are making a funny sound. Oh, you're okay, El Chiquitas. You don't need to be sad. El Chiquita said, Vicente, composing is for musicians, lol. Ha. Hella ha ha. What say? What this say? Translating. I felt scolded, but I understand. Not scolded at all, Cage says. I just meant we using translators and speaking in non-English is discouraged. I was the one bending the rules here, not you. And thank you for including El Chiquitas. I appreciate it, Cage. As long as you post our translation, then it's okay. As long as, if you want to chat in another language, all you have to do is add in more. No. Stay. Wait. Stay. Permamancer. That's the word. Raven got angry. Raven didn't get angry. I didn't get angry. I'm crying. I'm crying because I was laughing too much. I should stop my crying. What do we say now? Just translate what you say. Just include translations. Solo incluye reduce. I can't say. I don't know how to work. Huh? It says just include translations. Just include translations. That's it. Okay. Yes. It is time for a race for Cage. I agree. Okay. I'm going to get back to the story. I do mean to. Okay. Nope. That's not what that is. Oh no. They have DMs off, but I hope they are back. I think that backfired. Yeah, they said they feel even more scolded. Well, oop. Wait, there was a story? There was at one point. It probably translated a little bit funny. One way that you can double check is if you translate it there and back and there and back. If it changes a bunch in between, then we didn't have quite the right words. Like my just include translations, It said only includes translations, as opposed to like, make sure to include translations would say something else. That's the way it go. I'm not angry. Why did you think I was angry? I'm so confused. Then the rudder man. Oh my gosh, the rude man. Not this. There's always a bigger fish, then slaps the less rude man with a fish. Perfect. I tend to retranslate a few times to get it right, but it will never be perfect. You're right. I always include that I am using machine translation. Yes. Past is in the past. You're right. You're right. I didn't see the last part. What did I miss? There was a lot going on. Be fair. I had somebody thinking that I was mad at them, and somebody think I was scolding them when I was not. Oh, there it is. Yes. Then an even ruder man comes, slaps the flute out of the rude man's mount, and he pulls out a bagpipe and starts playing an Irish Viking funeral song. An Irish Viking funeral song? The both? I'm about to come out from the depths and slap you with a whale. Be careful, Hades is gonna slap you with a whale. Oh wow, I'm weirdly quiet. Hold on, I was gonna mute anyway, but hold on. I also think you were bullying me and such. I also consider me a victim. Oh my gosh. Shut up, I'm whatever's random. That's me bullying you. No, you're not. You're not. If I was better in the field of animation, I would be making this into a full-blown slapstick movie. Yes, I can do paper animations. I like not drawing, but like cutouts, guys. But I also don't have the setup that I would use for that now. It's not as pretty. But yeah. No, I am whatever's random, not you. Okay, whatever's random. Thank you. Yeah, bot sellers. Yeah. Thanks for smacking them away, Cage. Let's get back to the story, maybe. That story that we abandoned a good few minutes ago. Oh, goodness. I did. You little... Oh, my goodness. I will say... I wouldn't want it to be AI. I understand that would make things easier, but I don't want to encourage AI. That's my own choice. So if you make it for me, it would feel funny. Like getting a tattoo for your grandma, but your grandma was like super, super mad at you getting tattoos, you know? If that makes sense. Yeah. We had a fun... We had a fun chat about this in the last stream. So I'm going to say, everybody will stop talking about AI, please, after this, because I know that this one got in heated just today. If we had more space, maybe we'd have more time. I'm not shouting, Long. Please stop. Please stop calling. I'm making me sad. I'm getting scared. I want to clear up the AI thing. We're going to stop. You guys talk about it so that I can just say I personally don't enjoy it. I don't want it around because it has its problems. Yes, it is a tool and I understand using it because it makes things easier, but it creates some problems. And so everybody's going to have their preferences and their feelings on it. I had decided in our last stream that we were getting just a little heated on it / sad about it. And so I said, you know what? Let's take that discussion to the appropriate channel on the Discord, the one where we talk about the tough subjects and the touchy things. So you can go over there. If we're in the stream, we want to keep it cozy and fun, and so I hope we don't have a argument over here. Feel free to debate over there, but there could also come a time where I'm like, okay, y'all are getting like irrationally angry at each other over this, because it is easier to do that on these, especially over interwebs and things. But if you want to talk about it, you can do that. Yeah, I get it. I know you weren't there, so that's why I'm just trying to say it for now. I very much agree that it is a tool, and if you like to use it, I understand. And you'll do you. You'll enjoy it. I won't. But there you go. But now we will drop AI as a topic as best we can. And I will go back to story. This story is not a Romeo and Juliet. We were, the flute kicking. Yes, go kick some flutes, everybody. Okay. Oh, thank you for Pat. Thank you. So story time. Anyone? I hear Raven has some good fruits for us. Ever seen a bald bird? I have. I'm going to cough, and then I'm going to actually read my story that we were reading. I'm going to continue reading Feathers. Okay. Okay, here we go. Since the time records. Okay. Oh, wait, please. Okay. Aw, thank you, Brady. You're right. This is the time for that. I got fully off the rails. You're right. Thank you for that, Brady. Thank you. Okay. Where were we? The chief is maybe fooling around with this other girl, and his wife is trying to help out. You know, she wants to feel better about how she's helping, and she wants to keep busy and not think about how he's maybe with some other girl, because he's also up for re-election. Or / he's going to run for the Conservative Party of Alberta. And our storyteller Silas here has some critiques that he is trying to be white. And that's not exactly the kind of racial discussions I would encourage, especially today. But this is an older story. It's from like the 70s. I can see why this is relevant in the then. There you go for the catch-up. The last bit is that the way that our chief's wife is hoping to help people like him is to do a very indigenous thing of a chicken dance. It's very connected with the culture. Problem? She's maybe not so good a dancer. Okay, here we go. Neighbors say they can hear Chief Tom yell for about half a mile. Oh yeah, this is when he says that if there be one thing Chief Tom liked to do is repeat himself, you know. I bet they sure have good arguments. That's what he said. Okay. Neighbors say they can hear Chief Tom yell for about half a mile, but I guess it don't do no good, 'cause every day Rufus is play the drum and Mrs. Chief Tom is dance in the yard. Hell yeah, keep doing what you want to do, lady. Don't let no husband, especially one that's going around behind your back, tell you what to do. I'm gonna dance at the Council of Indian Tribes meeting when we go to Calgary, she tell everybody. You ain't gonna be just a scalp on Chief Tom's belt, are you, I say to her. But guess she too busy dancing to listen to the radio, so she don't get the joke. Or she doesn't want to hear that joke, but okay. One night, me, Frank, Rufus, and a few other guys are just on our way into the Alice Hotel beer parlor in Wetaskiwin when we meet up with Chief Tom coming out of the dining room. He got Mr. J. William Oberholzer, mayor of Wetaskiwin, and the president of the Conservative Party with him. Hey, young fellows, he says to us. I sure hate to see you young people spending your time in bars. Ugh. It be some better than behind them, says Frank. Yeah, Frank. Remember our joke that Frank would be better chief, even though he's a chaos agent. I like his energy sometimes. Other times he's an asshole. But anyway. Oh, look at the little cutie. The little gato. Okay, focus. I suppose it is, say Chief Tom, and he make a polite little laugh. All last winter, Chief Tom went one night a week into Edmonton to take a course on public speaking. I guess he did pretty good at it, 'cause now he can talk for a long time about just about anything and sound as if he know all about it, even if he don't. A very effective course, then. This is an example of one of those things we were discussing over dinner, Mr. Mayor. What this community needs badly is more recreational facilities for our young people so that they don't have to spend their time in taverns, ... Mr. J. William Oberholzer wrinkled up his face and stepped back so he's sure none of us don't touch him. How about if you come in by us all around, Chief Tom, say Frank. Young fellow, I don't think you understood what I was just saying. Under no circumstances do I want to contribute to the degradation of my people. He kind of puff up his chest when he say this and talk louder than he need to. I think he say no, Rufus whispers pretty loud. I want you young fellows to consider something for a moment. How many important people do you meet in beer parlors? How many doctors or lawyers do you meet in there? Dumda, you're supposed to be on emote only. You did it again. He's so silly, but okay. How many doctors, lawyers do you meet in there? Our Indian chiefs, we say, and jump up and down some. Think about it, Chief Tom, say with a real solemn face. You don't see the mayor or other important people drinking in beer parlors. You have to associate with people of value if you ever want to amount to anything. I got reservations about that, says Rufus. Chief Tom don't get the joke, and he figures he gonna get in a political argument until he sees us all laugh so much. Get it? 'Cause they meet the important people on the reservation. Ha ha. Okay, but he's saying, I have reservations. I don't know about that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, if you won't come in, why don't you just loan us a couple of bucks and we'll think good thoughts about you while we is drinking, says Frank. As you can see, Mr. Mayor, Chief Tom says, like maybe he is talking on television, there is still a great deal to be accomplished. However, I'm sure that if we persevere... Bow wow, says Frank, and everybody is break up with laughter. A couple of us even roll on the side... walk. There you go. It's not flipping the pages like it's supposed to do. I'm going to have to only scroll. Oh, thank you for those redeems. I'll get to them very shortly. Oh my gosh. Okay. They roll on the sidewalk as Chief Tom and the mayor walk away, shake their heads about us. Hello. We're in emote only because it was very distracting for me and my brain is bread right now. Okay. If she had wanted to, Mrs. Chief Tom could probably borrowed a chicken dancer costume from Eli Longlegs or one of the other guys who do the chicken dance at ceremonies or special occasions, but she decided to make her own. The chicken dance be named not for the barnyard chicken, but for the prairie chicken, who is fan out his tail and make a lot of thumping sounds like soldiers marching. Texas Prairie Chicken is in my head because it's a reference to a dumb old show. Me and Frank and Rufus gather up feathers for her to use. We get most of them by shoot a couple of prairie chicken with Rufus's 22, but what look best is the eagle and hawk feathers that we find back in the hills. Mrs. Chief Tom gets bark and roots and leaves and makes up dyes just like our medicine lady Mad Etta do. The dyes you make yourself come from the purest colors of red, blue, and green that I ever seen. Mad Etta showed me how to make these dyes when I was just a girl. I'd be pretty lazy about a lot of things, but at least I don't buy nabob food coloring for put on my face and my feathers. One day when we have when we having tea alone at her place, she's saying to me, I'm going to make Tom like me again. You wait and see. She looked pretty sad when she say this, and her lips be a big red rubber band stretched across her face. Girl, you ain't never gonna get him back like that. He's being a shitty guy. You don't deserve that. Ugh. I wait and see, but I feel some sad for Mrs. Chief Tom, because she be about the only one who don't see that she be worth 10 Chief Toms, and even more Samantha's. But I don't know how you tell somebody something like that, so I don't say nothing. You just say it the way you write it, my guy. That's what you say. Lots of important people be at the Council of Indian Tribes meeting in Calgary. It'd be kind of mixed up with the Alberta election or something, and there'd be about as many white people there as Indians. Oh, uh-oh. Only difference be that the meeting be held outdoors in the big park near the zoo. Okay, so they're just at the same time in the same area. So people kind of mixing around at both events. If it been a white man meeting, it'd be held at the auditorium or the corral. Guess after a while, Indians believe what they told about themselves. They got big log tables set up for everybody to eat at. The really important people are at the head table on the platform, and they all going to make speeches after we eat. There is red, white, and blue banners all over, and the premier himself is sit right up on the stage and smile, just like poster of himself that is behind him. Premier is like, maybe MP isn't really like governor. MP is more like the representative in, oh goodness, American politics names. Representative for the federal groups. You get what I mean. The premier is the one in charge. That's more like governor, I guess. And the MP is more like someone in the, oh geez, what do they call it? It's the House of Commons for us, but like what the frick is that called? I don't know why my brain is not good, and none of you can give me words. I'm just gonna move on. You get the point. Insert government leader. This is at the provincial stage, which is like the state stage. There you go. Okay? Anyway, the premier is himself right there, smile like a poster of himself that is behind him. Mrs. Premier Lougheed is right there beside him in a pretty red dress and her hair done up fancy. There's Mr. Maurice Tailfeathers, chief of the Bloods, all dressed up in his war bonnet and buckskins, and his lady in a white deerskin dress. Ooh. On the other side of the premier is Chief Tom. He got on a suit of that conservative blue color, kind of glow every time the sun shine on it. He been to the beauty parlor for men and got his hair cut just like the Premier Lougheed. He even got gray sprayed into the sides, which I bet was Samantha Yellowknees' idea, so that he looks older and more distinguished. Stupid. The chair next to him be empty. Chief Tom keep getting up and sitting down like he got an itch or something. He walks to the back of the stage and sees me and Frank hanging around. Have you young fellows seen my wife? He says to us. No, we tell him, but we go look for her if you like. The speeches are going to start soon. Everybody will wonder about it if she's not here. Well, then maybe you should have took care of her better. Supported her wants and needs, like her wanting to be a dancer, you little shit. Anyway, okay. We seen Mrs. Chief Tom around a half hour or so before, and she sure be a pretty bad sight. Oh no. That afternoon, Chief Tom has sent her downtown to the beauty parlor with a note tell them to make her real pretty, and he had Samantha buy her some fancy clothes to sit up on the platform with. She had on a bright green dress made out of some kind of crepe papery stuff, and her hair was coiled up on top of her head, looks like a wasp's nest. Mrs. Chief Tom ain't meant to look like no white lady. That hairdo made her forehead seem most a foot high, and she had on a pair of bright red platform shoes that make her as tall as Samantha Yellowknees. Somebody put rouge on her cheekbones, which be pretty high to start with. Yeah, you don't need higher cheekbones. And she got on green earrings, look like slices of cucumber. I sure don't think Samantha tried very hard when she picked out them clothes for Mrs. Crow-Eye. Samantha got on a dress the color of lemon pie with a white collar, make her look cool even though everybody else's sweat. She got her hair tied back in a bun and carry around a clipboard with a lot of writing on it, and she remind Chief Tom of things all the time. Yeah, Samantha's just weaseling her way in and trying to make the wife look bad because let's all just pile on top of the nice lady. Everybody's mean. Ugh. Frank and me start off to look for the chief's wife when all of a sudden we hear Rufus start to beat the drum and everybody is looked to where he sit cross-legged in front of the stage. His cowboy hat so far down over his eyes that I wonder how he can see the drum at all. Then, out from under the stage, come Mrs. Chief Tom. Let's hope that she's looking good in her amazing outfit. She made it herself. She got the nice dye. I'm manifesting it. I want Mrs. Chief to be looking hot and incredible and just a beautiful indigenous lady. Even though, they're like, oh, she's not the prettiest. She's going to look freaking awesome. That's what she's going to look like. Strong little gentleman. Yes, like a strong little gentleman. Okay. She be all dressed up in her chicken dancer costume, and her face and arms be dyed with war paint the same color as her feathers. She must have combed all that glue stuff out of her hair 'cause she got a buffalo horn headdress on. Hell yeah. Everyone's sure surprised 'cause they're not supposed to be no entertainment until late in the evening. But Mrs. Chief Tom said, look at this. Everybody just sit around and watch her dance. Everybody, that is, except Chief Tom. First he walk up and down behind the head table, then he go down the back steps and head off a ways so he don't have to look at her. What an asshole. It easy to tell he be plenty upset. Too fucking bad. Samantha be right there beside him, and as they walk, she be write a whole lot on her clipboard. Chief Tom ain't the only one who be embarrassed. It's pretty hard for us other Indians, too, 'cause no matter how hard Mrs. Chief Tom tries, she be one awful dancer. Oh, oops. Almost got it. Maybe we called that a wounded buffalo dance, say Frank Fencepost. But the joke be on us. When she is finished up, the Indian people either don't do nothing or clap just a little to be polite, but the white people, and there be a whole lot of them there, including guys from the newspaper and television, take picture, clap like they just seen the Calgary Stampeders make a touchdown. All right, there you go. Okay, so she's not graceful, but she proved herself plenty useful in front of these guys. You know what? Somebody else already redeemed those stretches. Yeah, it was Josh. So I'm going to do the hydrate and posture and stretch real quick from Josh, even though this is a distract. Hydrate. Stretching out. Okay. A new posture. Oh, yes, I am taller now. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. They clap like they just seen the Calgary Stampeders make a touchdown. If you didn't know, the Calgary Stampeders is a Canadian football team. And I'm not on their side. If anybody cares, I'm here for the green team. And if you don't know what the green machine is, too bad. Okay. Mrs. Chief Tom have to bow about 3 times before she go back under the stage. She won the white people's hearts. And that's gotta really skin that guy. The chief is just like, oh, the white people like her. Damn it. I can't get rid of her. Okay. We listen to them white people talk, and they sure figure she was something special. What we forget, I guess, is that white people be so dumb about Indian things. Yeah. They figure that somebody who put on feathers and dance has got to be good. Hey, she looked good. She got the outfit right.
She tried to. I'm gonna put it in. I think it's gonna be canon that no, she was not good, but she got better over time with more encouragement. That's what I think's gonna happen. Even if Silas doesn't say that, I think that that's how she ended up. A few minutes later, Chief Tom comes back. It looked to me like he take a big breath at the top of a hill, leave Samantha stand there, and come march right down like he going to a battle. He come in and start right away to apologize for what his wife done. People sure look at him funny, but Chief Tom never been one to understand how people is feeling. Yeah, he's really missing it. When Chief Tom start to talk, it'd be pretty hard to shut him up, 'cause I think one of the things he likes to hear best is his own voice. He get quite a group around him, and the last part of his speech be something like this. Big quotes here. When I first started out, I used to work for the railroad, cutting brush along the right of the way. I was a laborer in those days. When Mary married me, she married a laborer. But that was a long time ago, and I've been pretty lucky. Got myself a better job, got to be chief. But unfortunately, Mary is still a laborer's wife. She hasn't moved along with me. Oh, I want to smack you for her. Saying that she's like in the past. She's out of touch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, okay. Mary's awesome. While he been talking, Mrs. Chief Tom has come out from under the stage. She changed her clothes and got on a green Mackinaw jacket over a house dress. Her face and arms still be colored with war paint, and she hold her chicken dancer costume in her arms. Chief Tom say a whole lot of other things to try and not make himself look bad, but what Mary Crow I hear was just that last part. Yeah, and so she's just feeling like garbage. But she knows that the white people liked her dance at least, so maybe she's feeling a little bit less than garbage, but ugh, asshole. Samantha has come back and is trying to get through the crowd to Chief Tom. She's kind of chopping her way through with her clipboard. People like Samantha can smell bad situations. Yeah, she knows this is not going to go well. Chief Tom has not even noticed that his wife is there or that people is want to shake her hand for do such a good dance. A radio guy is there, look like he got a parachute on his back, and keep poke a microphone into Mrs. Chief Tom's face because he's got a big machine connected because this is the 70s. His microphone's got a big connection to it. But I guess all she was able to hear is the speech the chief is make about her, because she turn and push her way through the crowd. On the way, she meet up with Samantha Yellowknees, and she shove into her arms her chicken dance costume so hard that it knocks Samantha's clipboard right out of her hands. Some of the eagle feathers we gathered puff into the air and drift for a minute before they fall back into the crowd. Gosh, I just feel so bad for her. Okay. Premier Lockheed is come down off the platform and right over to Chief Tom. Before the chief can start to apologize, the premier tell him how much he liked the dance and say he figure with the combination of the chief's personality and Mrs. Chief's dancing, they going to make one fine candidate for the next election. Then he told Chief Tom that in a few minutes he going to announce to the crowd that the chief got his support for the conservative nomination for Wetaskiwin. It takes Chief Tom a minute or two to catch on that everything be okay after all. Then he's sure quick to agree with what the premier say. He's quickly changing his mind here. The premier go back to the platform, and the chief start to look around for his wife, but I guess I is about the only one who can see her. She still be walking across the park, and be just a black dot up high on one of the green hills. The end. So he's looking for her, and she's gone, and that's where that ends. And I stand by that if she wants to, she could have kept going, but I think because she tossed the costume back into the other lady's face, I have a feeling we are not going to see any more dances from Mary, which is too bad. Hey, maybe she can make costumes. Maybe she can be a seamstress. Most
She'd make other people look freaking awesome, is what I think. But okay. Well, that's the end of that story, so I think that's the end of our emote only. I think that's what Bratty requested. Let's look. What exactly did Bratty say? Here you go, a little help. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Okay, bye. Oh, you have to leave, Dark Storm. That's what that was. I was like, I see a door, but I don't understand. It's hi and leave. I understand now. Take care. Glad you are here. Let me free. You are free, Lahonk. You're fine. I'm going to swap things over so that we get into our redeems. Oh, yes. I know what I was going to say. Yes. Okay, so, Bratty, we did give that to you. Yes, yes, yes. And I see Lahonks later. I'll do those just before we get into the next stories. I wanted to say to Bratty, thank you for that. I did read your story, and I checked the pronunciation, but now it has left my bread brain because there's not much room in there right now. No. The H-U-I is making me like, which of the 5 different ways that could be pronounced is the one that is correct? Ahizot, I think. Ahizotl. It was very fun. We read it, we had a good time, and I stand by that the real version animal, based on the little article that we read, they were like theorizing, what animal was this really? I'm like, it's something related to an opossum. The North American possum that has the little ears and is like rat tail and scream. And yeah, that guy. It looked like that in the first few like drawings and things, and then it looked like a squirrel, and then they were like, no, it looked like a dog, and I'm like, no, it's an opossum. It's a spiky water opossum. I stand by. Just write it on cards and flip over one at random and choose that one as the pronunciation. Yes, that's how he got it. I was like, ahuizotl, ahiz. No. Ahui. Ahizut. I know I'm not doing it right now, but I'm trying to remember and my brain is bread. Okay. Let's go ahead and do keys and then dice and then humming and then page flipping and then rage puffing and then the little prep. But first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. There you go. I said all of them. I don't know how to make it really sound like a... No, I can't. I'm going to sound crazy and then it's going to get last. Tob fast. Too fast? Then spell it out. Make it slow. I was going to go real slow. That was going to take like 3 minutes to say all of them. Okay, what am I doing? Keys first. That's what we're doing. Keys. Okay. Here we go. There. Here we go with the keys first, and then the rests as the rests. Sorry, the model freaked out. A nice roll. Good one, the hunk. Bad riz, Generium. And there's your keys. Aw, you gave a hug 'cause they were scared. You're so nice, Janarium, and to such a violent friend. And then Fed gave me a hug. Aw, you sweeties, you're so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna move this stuff and we're gonna do dice now. And then we'll get to the humming and then the book and the more, the classic. Anyway, okay, dice, 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 dice. Oh, hello. Greetings. I greet you back. Welcome in. I'm just about to start dice sounds. So if you like that, that's what we're doing. Alright. Move that, move that, move that. Get the way, mouse. Ah! Nice 20. Okay, I'm gonna roll mine. Oh, it came out of the bag as 19. That's pretty good. But okay, let's see what I get when I roll just my d20. A 5. And it almost fell off the table. It was a 5. Oh, oops. Okay, here we go. Just dicey sounds. I need to move this up just a little bit. Please and thank you, mic arm. Alright. I'm gonna roll one more time. See what we can get on the d20. It's fun because I have to look for a minute when it's with all the rest of them. Like, which one's d20? And I got a 1. I rolled bad. Here it goes. And then you're up here. Okay, we're back. There was our dice. I will say, Divad, it's a maximum of 20 with the dice roll because it's only 1 to 20. And the Riz and the Love both go to 110%. So you could get more than 100. I think you have to look for the 100 to 110. A number anywhere in there would be fair. Okay. It's high. Roll the dice, Raven. Well, I rolled my dice. Flex the Riz. Well, fine. Okay. You got 87. That's pretty good. Okay, I will try my own roll on here. I just did my roll. I got 19. And then I rolled a 5 right after. And then I also had, a 1. I feel like that was my rolls. Oh, I got an 18 right there. Okay. Let's see what I got. For Riz. What do I got for Riz? 107. Oh, my bots like me lots so far. Not perfect, but pretty dang good. Now let's see how much I love myself, I guess. Oh boy. Ooh. Petster, you stole my love. I didn't get to do mine. 61%. Okay, let's see if I can try it. Nobody else try. I don't know if it'll work because you just did yours. It's not working. Oh, darn. I have to wait another couple of moments. I'll try it again. You may have to at yourself. I shouldn't have to, but I will try. Yeah. Okay. Nobody else go. Has there ever been a perfect Riz left and roll before? All at once? No. People don't even get all three numbers pretty good. Brian got the closest, I think it was. I think it was Brian Haskell who got the closest with two amazing numbers and one that was still pretty good. Okay, here we go. No, it's still not working. The bot says, shut up. You don't get to do that. Well, I tried, okay? Ah, I have stars in my eyes. When did I get stars? Go away, stars. I'll have to watch back to see when my stars started so that I can say that I did that. Oh, Devod, you haven't got your Riz going. Oh, no. Okay, where was... Yes, I was changing this to humming because we have humming to do. Maybe I'll be able to try and love in a bit. Okay. Okay. I don't know it very well. I have it on my list because somebody liked it and I did it once, not very well, and I've been trying to remember it. But then I keep like forgetting how it goes, and I'm like, I just take a random stab at it, and I'm like, wait, I don't, huh? So yeah, I don't know, but I tried today. I'm It almost sounded like I knew I was still getting something wrong. Ah. I give up. I give up on it. Still you can. It is. Oh, you little goofs. Okay, I try a different one. Oh my goodness, now my brain can't pull Wellerman out of my head. Oh my goodness. Well, at least I know. Bread brain strike again. At least I know this. Oh, okay. See you soon. See you soon, Cage. Running away, dear. What was? Heinz Finnevellis. Sound a little stuffed up? I'm not stuffed up, but I do still have frogs and throats here and there. And I'm like floaty little head with bread brain. So I say I'm okay, but I'm a something. She ate all. I did not eat them! But they are causing problem. What was I doing? Indeed, Atlas. Yes, 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 yes. And Gamakichi is fine. He's just not hanging out here because we be reading something that can sometimes be difficult. They don't want to be here for the spooky or the sad. They're only here for the origami and the fairy tales. That's when they hang out. Or like bedtime stories. You know, the softer things. Okay. Frog sailors. Yes. Insert the salute frog now. Okay. Let's do one more. I would do Wellerman. Sorry. But it's out of my head because the bread brains strike again. So instead. Oh my goodness, my love for myself is awful. This is Green Sleeves. It's classic. I will go again. I interrupted myself because I was trying to get my numbers earlier. We got the first two, and look at that. Apparently, I hate myself. I can neither confirm nor deny, Mr. Bot. But okay. Oh, I started. There you go. I did all of the hummings. I did 3 songs. I usually do 2 or 3. So there you go. Now, page flipping. Let's get them books over here. And then we'll do the favorite. Everybody's memeable redeem. Okay. First we have the stiff, smaller book. And it's just page flipping, right? Oh, and I have to change this. Oh, brain. Don't forget that. I know you're bread, but come on. We can do this. It feels like maybe it's starting to recover, maybe a bit. The bread is transforming into brain slowly. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, 29%. Ah ha ha. I get it. I'm bad. My other numbers were good. Okay, here we go. Okay, there is the little book. I was not yelling, La Honk. I was sassing you, though. And that is warranted. You sassed me first. Ha. Watch out, I'm a bap. You got bapped. There. Okay. Page flipping. Here we go. Big fluffy book. Fun, fun, fun. And there we go with our page flipping. And now I'll do Rage Puffin, the favorite. Here we go. If you don't know what it is, I'm sorry. Welcome. Thank you for card dealing, Redeem C. Garrett Chia. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but thank you for doing that. Good to see a new name. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Rage Puffin first. Here we go. Focus. I'm angry. I'm raging. I'm puffing mad. Alright. What? But, what was that? Wait. I ran out of steam. I naturally was at a point where the raging Karen was like, well, nana nana boo boo in my head. And I was like, well, I'm going to run away. They're just giant toddlers when they do this, throwing little tantrums. The last noise was great. I know, I could just feel it going fully sideways. And that is why we have run out. That was a natural end. Big yawns. Oh my gosh. Spyro reference? Sorry, I has no good reference. But I'm glad people enjoyed it. Oh wait, I'm not raging. I'm fine now. No need to bonk Cage. Why are you bonking Cage? Oh, alright. I hydrate and I posture check and I stretch. And then I have the card dealing. Hydrate and posture check and stretch. Here we go. Let's put that in. He started it in first? When? When did he start it? Maybe I'm just forgetting. But it sounds like it's La Honk. There's a reason people call you La Bonk, buddy. Divad. Why are you slapping yourself? I'm glad it is only the first time, but why are you slapping yourself? LeBlanc is my cousin. It's like you put on a mustache and a hat, and you're like, I'm not LeBlanc. No, I don't know who you're talking about. Okay. Devon, why not? 'Cause ow. Although I shouldn't say anything. Ugh. But okay, I'm gonna do the card dealing, and then we'll get to the next story. Oh no! Ah! I yawn again. Okay. Card dealing for Garatachia. Okay. Here we go. Mic moving. I'm sorry if it's noisy. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay. And that was our card dealing all wrapped up. Oh, come on, headphones. It does this all the time where suddenly I lose my proper, ability to hear things back. Anyway, okay. There was card dealings. I have a cat named Dog and a dog named Cat. Of course you do. It's Lahonk. Lahonk Wood. Of course. Huh. How about we move on to the next story? Leave behind Lahonk's insanity. Between is the next one. I guess it's time for new headphones. I think it's more about the mic interacting with the headphones, because this is a hand-me-down mic. And it's when I move the jack with the headphones that it cooperates. It's not when I move the wire of the headphones. It's when I move the headphones in the jack for the mic. And it makes sense. Like I said, it's a hand-me-down. It's actually Vi's. And then, where was Brain? Oh yes, we are doing the next story, which is Between, and I did a card dealing. Thank you for that. Oh, it's gonna be about Mad Etta. Let's brace ourselves for the fat yo mama jokes now. Okay. Do. Ha, I knew it. You knew it? You knew what? That it was hand-me-down from who? Or that it was I need new mic? Which one? You said headphones. What did you know? Okay. Or that you knew that Mad Etta was the next one. It's about time for a Mad Etta story. Okay. I'm about to go see her. We're doing an origami stream. What did you think? I already said that. I already told you. What? And we already said that we know each other. We're in the same forest. Duh. I've told you. Ugh, I need to tell you the frog story sooner. It'll explain so much. Yeah. It might have been a while. He might not have been there. But yeah. I mean, I don't know anymore. She didn't. A lot happened. A lot do happen. Yes. My frogs know skrunkles. I know the skrunkles. I don't know them well, but I know skrunkles. Um, we live in the same forest. It's good. And every time I'm here, I'm either sleeping or it's way early. Yeah, that's fair. Are the frogs and rats friends? Yeah. The rats get the mice. The frogs get, well, I would say flies, but, you know, they're radioactive. They got their own variations and such. For what it's worth, I believe her, but I don't remember her saying it either. At least not recently. Yeah, it was a long time ago, if anything. She did, I was there. Lahonk, you giggle. Frog and rat are friends. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, between the next story. Here we go. All right. The trouble was that writer Stonechild want Mad Etta to do something that she don't really want to do. Oh. I have a feeling you don't get to do Mad Etta to do anything that she don't want to do. So the super, yeah. Yes, yes it is. Yeah, okay. You'll see us on Friday confirming that we know each other there. We'll do our origami. I'm gonna teach Vi origami. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Oh, Macori? What's Macori? I know you just do you, but yes. Friday is your birthday? You know what I'm gonna have to do, Lahonk? Either you give me a specific origami thing that I teach Vi for you, or we have to find how to make a cake in origami. You know, like a little birthday cake. I have a feeling it would take quite a lot of steps. I'm gonna have to follow along since I got some origami paper for myself. Oh, well, I'm also going to be putting out another video Wednesday. More how-tos for origami. There's another one coming. And then I need to get my booty together and get more videos put together and sent out for y'all, because I haven't finished doing that. Yeep. But I got the first ones done, and that's what matters to me. I finally got it started. Okay, I'm thoroughly distracted again. We got through one sentence of this story before Raven's bread brain went elsewhere. Oh no. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I have some caffeine, because I'll be editing after. I can have the caffeine. I have things I will be do. Oh no, Fetster steering. We can't steer. Who is that? That's so cute. Okay. I was there at Mad Etta's cabin when he come to see her. Etta was sitting on her tree trunk chair having a smoke and a beer. I need a new Yogatami paper as well. Are you just making this up on purpose at this point, Dumda? How many ways are you going to intentionally misspell origami? Or gami. It's very simple. Origami. I know. I'm still gonna pester you back. I'm sure you can handle it, Dumda. You'll get it. But maybe we'll be able to like guide. Maybe people can be able to ask questions, or I'll have my Discord open on my phone, and then I'll be able to be like, oh no, they ask question, how make? And I make 4. I don't know. It's okay. You're a little shit. Okay, I focus on Mad Edda. Alright. Edda was sitting on her tree trunk chair having a smoke and a beer. Ryder Stonechild. Fun name. Anyway, he sure seemed to be upset because he hardly even say hello to me. I'm seeing Ryder as like, I don't know why. I don't think we've met Ryder Stonechild, but I'm like, that name's. Anybody else get that name as like spicy? It feels like it's supposed to be spicy. Okay. Ryder, he sure seemed to be upset because he hardly even say hello to me. Edda, I gotta talk to you. You gotta do something for me. Then he look real hard at me. His look say, Silas, you better go home. I finish my beer in one swallow and stand up to go. I don't want no trouble with Ryder Stonechild. He's about 45, wide at the shoulders and about 6 feet tall. He got shiny black hair that he comb up to a peak at the front. The sides are long, combed backwards, and got a lot of silver in them. That silver make him pretty handsome and make him pretty handsome Indian. I knew he's supposed to be hot. Okay. He got on a blue check Mackinaw shirt that his arms fill right up. Ooh, his arms fill up. Okay, how did I call it? Silas threw in a spicy character. You just know it. Okay. I know that we are supposed to think Ethan was sure something, but I couldn't get over the fact that it was, the sister going through her craziness, that I wasn't really taking Ethan very seriously. But okay. Arms fill right up. Light brown pants and work boots that lace up past his ankles. I love all the recurring characters. Yeah, that's another thing about this is that we've got a specific group. I liked our stories where we knew who we were talking to, but it's also still like a new full story. It's not like just chapters where we have to remind ourselves where we were last time. We just have to kind of know the characters, but they still kind of explain the characters each time too. Anyway, okay. Ryder, he got a good job with the UGG elevator at Wetaskiwin. I'm sure that it doesn't mean UGG boot, but UGG elevator at Wetaskiwin. It'd be okay for Silas to stay, Mad Edda say. This here's private, personal stuff I want to talk about. It'd still be okay. Silas be kind of my assistant. Silas seems to just help out whoever, though, to be fair. I don't know nothing about this before, except that Mad Edda been pretty nice to me lately. I figure maybe pretty soon she was gonna ask me to drive her up to Edmonton or something. She was being too nice. She's gonna ask for a favor. I guess this is the favor. Personal stuff, Ryder say again, and look arrows at me. Ooh, I moved my chair back in the corner where I almost hid in the shadows. Silas is like creeping away. I guess the very important is the most elevating of it. Hilarious. Okay. Okay, so Silas is trying to hide in the corner. Edda and him talk and argue for most an hour. He wants her to make a potion for him to give somebody. He get pretty ugly. He don't say right out that he gonna hurt her if she don't, but it'd be pretty easy to get that idea from the way he say things. Okay, so he's a bad guy. Edda finally says she'll think on it. Then she hold up her hand like an old-time Indian to show him that there'd be no more talk about it right then. Ryder, he go away grumbling. What it amount to be that Ryder Stonechild got white man troubles and he want to use Indian ways to get out of them. He's had that job with the UGG quite a few years. I don't know what UGG is, but okay. He don't drink much, so he got things pretty good. He lived with his wife, Mary Therese, and a few kids in a nice home on the reserve. The house is painted and they got a car that runs. Then, not too long ago, Ryder, he got himself a girlfriend. Of course he did. Nothing that goes on around the reserve is a secret very long, and soon everybody is know that Ryder be out to the beer parlor a lot with Darlene Roche, who work at the Gulf Service Station coffee shop. The Gulf Service Station coffee shop across from the elevators. Also, what is the elevators? I'm assuming grain elevators, but I'm still like, She only be about 20 or so, and he's 45. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. 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 White man troubles. They mean it in the sense that it's like not in the reserve politics, but like out in the wider Western world way that things are operating, you know. Not as relevant now that there's a difference, but yeah, still some difference. Okay, so she's 20 and he's 40 fucking 5 with a wife and children. Anyway, she's 20 or so, maybe be Métis, which we've established before. If you didn't remember, it's indigenous group that was like indigenous that had families with French colonists, and they made their own little group. They were, it means like mixed. Anyway, okay, so she's maybe be Métis or maybe just a dark white girl. I don't know what dark white girl means exactly. Dark features? I don't know. She come from Manitoba and live in a basement room about a block from the Alice Motel. What's wrong with him being 20? Good sir, he's more than twice her age. And she's not a full-grown adult yet. Her brain is still developing. That's what's wrong. Clearly she's a dark mage and a white girl. Ah, yes, of course. Aha. Of course. Okay, so she's living in a basement room about a block from the Alice Motel. Darlene, she got a round face with red cheeks and big wide spaces between all her teeth, and she laughed loud at everything anybody say to her. She got real full lips, and she wear white lipstick the same color as her coffee shop uniform. She sure is different from Ryder's wife, who been a convent girl. Ooh. This man married a nun? Wow. Guess maybe that is why he liked Darlene so much, 'cause she be different. Yeah, I gotta agree with Cage. It's about it's about power imbalances with the age gaps. If your age gap is something where it's not that much of a big deal, but I mean like a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, really significant differences. A 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, significant differences. But a 20 and a 24-year-old, less differences. 60 and 64-year-old, no difference really. You know, it's about how grown up they are yet when they start. And then a little bit of like, were you always grooming me? 'Cause that's also not cool. Anyway. Yeah. We don't need to get into that. That was the point. We got it. Okay. She's different. Yes, she's not like the nun this man married. He married a nun. A convent girl. Anyway, and now he's gone off and got a girlfriend. This guy. Okay. How come you take guff from a guy like Ryder? I ask as soon as he's gone. He's asking Mad Edda here. We're back to just them. Usually some guy get out of line with Edda, she just run him off quick. I seen her one time throw Charlie fence post right through the screen door of her cabin. Nice, Edda. And he was only making fun of her, not ordering her to do something for him. Silas, you gotta learn to look inside people. You gotta size them up like they was a stack of beer glasses. You listen and you look real close until you see which one got the fly in it. Then you figure out how to get the fly out without knocking down the whole stack. That what doctoring be all about. Charlie Fencepost, that's one of the boys. It's Frank Fencepost's brother. Why do I gotta learn that? You be the medicine lady. 'Cause I'd like maybe for you to be my assistant. I gotta pick somebody and then learn them the things I know. Running a fence post through a door. Okay. Maybe I don't want to be your assistant, Silas says. Silas, you be about the only one of the young people who don't make fun of what I do. You read me all them funny stories you write for Mr. Nichols, and it make me kind of proud that you and Ermine skin Indian, even if I don't think you should be tell personal stuff about us in white man's papers. Mr. Nichols down to the technical school in Wetaskiwin, read my stories, and gets the school secretary to type them up. He corrects my spellings and put in those commas and stuff, but he say he leave the syntax like it is. Yay, nice. He explained syntax to me once, but I didn't understand much. I just glad Mr. Nichols like it enough to leave it alone. So he's leaving the dialect, as we have reminded ourselves. We're not changing that. We're not whiteifying it. Okay. If I was your assistant, I'd have run Ryder Stonechild out of here when he started calling you names. You would have tried, buddy. Doesn't mean you would have. You know, I was down to the white man hospital one time, Mad Etta say. They cut something out of my belly. Lucky they be able to find it for all the fat, she say, and laugh, blowing clouds of smoke over the top of the coal oil lamp. Yeah, he's big talk, that's it. But first they take pictures of my insides with a machine. I ain't got no machine. All I got is my eyes. If you'd been looking at Ryder Stonechild instead of peeling the paper off your beer bottle, you'd have seen it's the top glass that got the fly in it. And that be the toughest one to fix up. Ryder kind of caught between the old and new. Ooh. He's mentally split himself. That's the trouble she's saying. He got himself a girlfriend and a wife that don't like him to have no girlfriend. Those is white man's troubles. What's old or new about that? Silas, when I was a girl, if a man be good enough hunter to provide for 2 wives, you don't have to ask nobody, he just go ahead and move that new wife into his lodge. Everybody is know their place in these days. The first wife still be number 1 woman. She don't lose no face by have that happen. The man he gain more respect for afford 2 wives, and the wives be proud be the wives of a rich man. Things have changed, I say. The world's kind of a hard place for men like Ryder Stonechild. Guys like Ryder, they was born into the old ways. His parents traveled around in the summer, lived in teepees, hunted, made their own clothes. Ryder, he had to change his ways right in the middle of his life. How you think you'd feel, Silas, if all of a sudden you had to go out and hunt your food, have a horse pulling a travois to carry your grub, and your hides for make a tent, and have no cans to open when you hungry? I guess I'd be pretty lost. See, Ryder done pretty good for himself. He worked for the white man without his skin turning white like Chief Tom, and some other guys we all know. But now that he got white man's troubles, he want to use the old ways to cure them. The old ways die hard. I never realized that there be so much to being a medicine man. He writes that, he doesn't say it. But then I guess Mad Etta says, I hate to get mixed up in love things, especially where somebody be sneak around. It hardly ever turn out good. That's why I argue with him so much. If I didn't feel some sorry for Ryder, I wouldn't help him, but I sure don't want him to even to guess that I'd be sorry for him. So what are you gonna do? Much as I can, I'm gonna help him. By doing what? He don't even know for sure what he want you to do. Make me some strong medicine, Etta, he say. Look into the future and get me out from under my trouble. You and me will decide, Silas. That be our first job as my assistant. But it don't look to me like there'd be much to decide. If he wanted his girlfriend, he'd be gone with her by now. My father used to say a wise thing to me. He claimed it was said for the first time by Poundmaker. If you want something, and you don't know how to get it, then you don't want it bad enough. Together we fix up some medicine, make Darlene the girlfriend go away. And she hold up her hand to show me we don't talk about it no more right then. Somehow it don't seem to me that I have much to do with make that decision, but I guess if Mad Etta think I do, then it be okay. While he was at Mad Etta's, Ryder Stonechild has yelled a lot about how his wife, she gonna sick some lawyer fellow on him, and I hear from my girlfriend, Sadie One Wound, who hang around with the ladies down to Blue Quills Hall in the afternoons, that what happens is when Mary Therese start to give Ryder trouble about him run around with Darlene, why he tell her to shut up, like he would an old-time Indian lady, or maybe he rearrange her face some. Ooh. Only trouble is, Mary Therese ain't no old-time Indian lady. She been to grade 12 at the convent school, belonged to clubs at church, get magazines in her mail, and even belonged to the Conservative Party, get people to vote on Premier Lockheed. Mary Therese, instead of shut up, goes to a lawyer up in Edmonton, a white lawyer who go and tell her all about all the rights she got, but mostly about all the rights Ryder don't have. Hell yeah. Next morning, I get to help Mad Etta make up a medicine bag. All across one wall of her cabin, she got shelves nailed up. And them shelves be lined with tobacco tins, maybe 40 or 50 of them in yellow, blue, green, and red. Each one got in it something different. Flower seeds, root bark, porcupine quills, pig bristles, and lots of things I don't know about that look scary and smell worse. She put things from maybe a dozen cans into a saucepan and simmered on the back of her wood stove for most of the day. It made the cabin smell like burning tires. Then, toward evening, she squeezed most of the water out of that stuff pack what's left inside into a hide of chipmunk that she snared and skinned. Then she had me hang the medicine bag up high on a spruce tree back of her cabin. Tomorrow it be ready to do its work, she say to me, and crack us a couple of bottles of Lethbridge Pale Ale that been sittin' a pail of water on her porch, their labels floating around like drowned mice. Ryder comes by that evening, and I be surprised at the way Mad Etta handle him. No more listen and take insults. Tomorrow I make medicine, she tell him in a serious voice. Go to work like usual. Stay away from your women until evening. Now go away from me. Etta turned her back on him then. From being she looked big as a buffalo, I guess it be the tone of her voice that make Ryder Stonechild do like she wants. She just stays silent when he asks what is she gonna do. And when he goes, I'm pretty sure I hear him say thank you, real low as he closed the door. Next morning, first thing I cut down the medicine bag and give it to Mad Etta. Then I borrow Blind Louis Coyote's pickup truck to drive Mad Etta to Wetaskiwin. It be a big job get Etta in and out of the truck. She way too big for sit in the cab, so she ride in the back. We go and get the door from One Wound's outhouse and use it for a ramp. Then I get my friends, Frank Fence Post and Rufus First Rider, and one pull up and two push her up into the truck. We first put her tree trunk chair up there for her to sit on. On the way to town, Frank and Rufus ride up front with me. Mad Etta, she dressed up some for the trip to town. She put some stripes of red and blue dye on her face, and down each sleeve of her 5-flower sack dress she has pinned 5 squirrel tails. She got the medicine bag in one hand, and in the other a calf skull filled with pebbles and wrapped in buckskin. We drive up to Wetaskiwin, and stop right in front of the Gulf Oil Service Station coffee shop. Unload Mad Etta, and she waddle inside. She only be gone a couple of minutes, and she got some big fat smiles for us when she come out. While we is load her up again, Darlene Roche and some other people is stand in the window of the cafe and look funny at us. Darlene's face be about as white as her lipstick. Before we go home, we all go over to the Alice Hotel beer parlor and buy Mad Etta a beer. We is all pretty happy. Back at Mad Etta's, we celebrate some more, and I get to figuring that maybe it'd be a good idea if I be Mad Etta's assistant. But when I tell her that, she say, one thing you got to remember is that you can't ever tell your friends how you do nothing. It be one thing to have friends, it another be a medicine man. Never tell nobody any of your secrets, and even if something you do be easy as breathe in and out, pretend that it hard for you. Always act like you're right and like everything gonna be okay, even if you're scared as hell. Okay. Just then, Frank Fencepost come by to say he heard Darlene decided kind of quick that her health gonna be bad if she stay around Wetaskiwin. He say she quit her job right in the middle of her shift and catch the southbound bus, still wearing her uniform and carrying only a shopping bag. Wow, you didn't even grab your stuff? Okay. We sure laugh some about that and give Frank a beer. It make Etta feel real good, maybe even mean that I should keep on to help her. Oh wait, what? I skipped a give Frank a beer. It made Etta feel real proud that her medicine worked so good. She say it'd be a good sign, maybe even mean that I should keep on to help her. There you go. She feels so good that after Frank leave, she talked for most an hour about what it like to be a medicine man. Then my girlfriend, Sadie One Wound, come running in. Sadie got some bad news and say maybe me and Etta should go someplace else for a while 'cause Ryder Stonechild be over at Blind Lewis drinking moonshine and calling us out. Blind Lewis's place. Seems that nobody ever told Mary Therese that Mad Etta was going to fix things up. Not that a convent girl like her would have believed. What she done is, today she changed the lock on her house, and while Ryder was at work, she take the car and have the lock changed on it too. Ho-ho, smart lady. And this afternoon, her lawyer served some papers on Ryder at work. Tell him that Mary Therese is want a divorce, and that she gonna take most of the wages for support her, the kids, the house, the car, and the lawyer. After we hear that, we ain't so happy no more. Mad Etta say to me that I better get Sadie out of here and that she'll stay and talk to Ryder if he comes. But before I get a chance to answer, Ryder Stonechild comes burst through the door, toting a big old .303 rifle, and he got moonshine on his breath and a mean look in his eye. Oh, we've got like a page left. Oh boy. Prep your redeems if you want redeems. This is the time, but oh my gosh. There's only so much story left. I'm getting nervous. Ooh. Welcome in, Scramalope. Hello. Oh my gosh. Okay. Everybody claim you can see into the future, he yell at Mad Etta. She just sit on her tree trunk chair and stare at him. Sadie hugs my arm and I push her back so she stand behind my chair. Ryder got the gun pointed right up against Mad Etta's big flat nose. Tell me what you see in the future now. You make big medicine, all right. My wife's gonna take everything away from me and Darlene's left me. You tell me how you gonna keep from dying? Tell me. His whole big body be tremble some when he say that, so he's trembling too. Oh no. Hi, Phantom. Yo. Oh gosh, two paragraphs. How's this gonna end? I always knew that I was going to die, Mad Etta say real quiet and slow, but I never know when until now. All I've known for a long time, is that I've been going to die 3 days before you, Ryder Stonechild. Ooh. I sure hope Ryder ain't had too much moonshine to understand that. I see my hand shaking, even though it hanging on to the edge of the table. She's saying, basically, if you kill me now, you're gonna die 3 days from now, but is he too drunk to see that? Does he know? Etta got her right eye closed, but she looking steady at Ryder with her left one, staring right back up the barrel at his eye that looked through the gun sight. And the shadows of the coal oil light, I bet Ryder feel kind of like he looking down a gopher hole. I keep look at the lamp. The wick is burned high on one corner, making black streaks all up one side of the chimney. The end. They don't explain. There's no explanation. What happens to Etta? Oh my god. Etta, no. It just ends right there. You little shit. I was about to say Silas. Silas is the fictional character narrator.
You little shit, Kinsella. Wow. What happened? What happened? Oh, now I'm really excited to hear the next Edda story, just so that I know she's okay. Wow. And we already heard her do the little, even if it's real easy, tell people it's hard bit. So, like, you can pull off something like that. That's why you do that. So that they think you really know everything. And it's so difficult to know. Nah, bitch, she lying through her teeth. You just know it. But, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fetster do all the scream. You scramped. You panic. I know. I know. Well, I'm very excited for this next story. It's only 2 more stories in this book. And we only have... I'm going to stick around to finish this. I'm reading both of them. We're going to do dice. Okay, we'll do dice. I don't want to do much more redeems. I want to run straight into the next 2 stories so that we finish this book. But now I'm going to flip the page. The next story is Longhouse. Okay. Comb, twing, and hydrate. Okay. And posture check. Okay. And stretch. Yes, yes. Thank you, Battle Chain. Welcome in. Hello, hello. You just missed the most crazy end to a story. We don't know how. I'm so excited to hear what happened to Edda when we find out. I don't know when that's going to happen. Tell me. Tell me. Okay, I am adjusting and I'm going to run a quick 30-second ad because the ad is creeping in. And then I'll do dice and comb twing, okay? There's the ad. And I'm stretching and posture checking, I promise. We're all on the edge of our seat. I know. And Silas, he's just choosing, okay, Mad Edda's gonna keep looking him right in the eye, up the barrel. But I'm just gonna look at this candle over here. Oh yeah, you totally would have told the guy off. Definitely. Totally, Silas. You're not. You're just big talk, little Silas, you little shit. That guy never would have done anything. You just know. He's just gonna play it up. Okay, let's arrange for dice now. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. No cussing. I'm a cuss whenever the fuck I want. No cussing. It's my stream. But no, I don't like to do it a lot. Oh, look at you! I love it. Cheers to that. Yes, thank you, Lahong. But yes, I don't do a lot of that. I usually keep it clean, but I mean, after a story like that, oh my gosh. You love that little emote. I love it too. It's so... I want that one. I want that one. Gib. I need. Give to me. How do I has? I don't think I have it yet. No, I has none. You have to get them with you get those ones with the hype trains, right? That's how you get those. In my hype trains, I have these guys. I have earned only these fellas. And they're fun, but I don't have cheers to that. And it is a good one. Yeah. I like the glitchy heart. The glitchy heart is cute. And the chill girl, that's chill. Love blush isn't quite the blush I want. I want a more... I feel like I should have a more, like, cutesy little... Oh! Like, you know, embarrassed dog moment. Where they put their paws up. Oh, yeah, and that one's great. I like the help. Help is great. Keep jumping onto hype trains with 100 bits at a time, collecting emotes. Ooh, yes, very smart. Very smart. No idea how you got this one? I think it's a great one. Sometimes the hype train ones aren't organized rightly, but most are. Yeah, they're all a little bit funky. But oh,
all batter up. It's so cute. Look at the little pup. Okay, I am very well distracted. Let's do some dice, eh? Oh, yes, and the goose. The gritty goose. Oh, it's so silly. Okay. Here we go. Dice, dice, dice. I do dice. Come on, little baggie. There we go. And when it fell, I rolled a 14 accidentally. Okay. Show off. Yeah, we get it. You're impressive. I want the gay wings. I want the cheers to that. I want the gritty goose. Stop rubbing it in my face. Dang it. Yeah. You have so many. Okay, I focus. What do we have? A 2. Not very good. Not very good. Okay, we try again. Oh, the pupper's cute. I don't have the pupper. Yes, please. Okay. And then I got 14 again. Hey. Yes, they're all very good. And soon. Do you have the jail one? You do not have Dumda's jail one. Ho ho. Take that, Dumda. Oh my gosh. Cage is gonna show us up too. I get it. You're impressive. You make me sad. I'm jealous. Congrats. Okay. 8. One more roll. One more roll. Jail one is actually global. Oh, cool. 20! I got a 20. Hee. I hope I do get them over time. I need more hype trains to happens. That's how you get them. I have to have more hype train. But I don't want anybody to be in a bad place financially, so I never encourage them. Go away, dice. There we go. And now I'll do comb twins. Ba-doop. Comb twin. Comby. Alright. Let's move the mic back. It'd be loud. Sorry. It real squeaky there. Okay. Hopefully I collect them before you, just so that I feel a little bit better. I just joke. Thought the emotes were lagging my PC. Then I remembered I was rendering a video. Oh, yes, right. Okay, here's Comb Twing, and then we'll do the next story. And I will run straight into the next story if I can, because I want to finish this book. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. I got very into a rhythm, and I forgot that I usually watch the time. I have no idea how long it's been that I've been twinging the comb, but my fingers do feel a little funny. Not terribly funny, so probably a little about on the normal time. It's like you look down in the shower and you're like, oh, my fingers are wrinkly. Oops. It's been 3 seconds. Then I guess I gotta go another 57. Okay, here we go. I have bread for a brain tonight. I am easily distracted and zoning out. That's what we are. So, oop. Okay, I'll do just a little bit. I'll do a little bit more. There you go. Okay. You know what I just realized? We read the SCP today where the teddy bear replaces your organs. What if like a bread version of that happened? Where instead of a teddy bear gave me stuffing for a broken brain, the Pillsbury Doughboy gave me bread for a brain. I can see it now. It would explain so much. Go find that SCP. Okay. All right. I I am done my comb twing, so we will go back to reading stories. We've got Longhouse. That's the next story, so I'll write that out. Longhouse, which, if you didn't know, is how some different tribes live. They live in a longhouse with everybody inside. Oh boy, let's see if I can get my brain operational. Let's go, bread. Okay. That is now my, like, that was just a little brain mix up sounds, and I have fully adapted it in. It sounds right. It sounds just correct that my brain is bread. Does anyone disagree? Because I feel like it just feels like fact. It just is. Anyway, okay, here go. Yeah, different groups use the longhouses. Alright, here's Longhouse. In the beginning, everybody has tried to talk Poppy 12 Trees, what a name, Poppy 12 Trees, out of going to the city. Especially Charlie Cardinal, who is kind of figure he own her. She been Charlie's girl since she was about 14. I guess it was Charlie she told first, 'cause it is him who tell everybody else. Everyone else, sorry. He'd be really mad about her going to do a crazy thing like that. Charlie is 22, stocky as an oil drum. He got big, strong hands and a bad scar from his hair to his eyebrow that he got when a horse pitched him into the fence at the Rimby Rodeo? Wow. Charlie and Poppy been promised to each other, which mean that she ain't supposed to fool around with nobody else, and that Charlie going to marry her when he get good and ready. Poppy 12 Trees be 18, only a couple of weeks before she decide to go to the city. Poppy is one of those girls who move nice naturally. She be wide shoulders and have big breasts. Her hair is long and look like it never been combed, even after she just finished combing it. I don't know if that's supposed to be good or bad, considering this is the late 70s and into 80s era. Maybe they like it then. Anyway, sorry. Down at the Blue Quills Hall at the Saturday night dances, all the white guys go after her, and Charlie been in more than one fight on account of that. She wears a skirt made from a couple of pairs of old jeans, a bright green blouse, and on the back of the skirt with embroidery she made some yellow flowers. Look like cow's lips. Poppy be about the best dancer around. She move graceful, and what is best about it is that she don't realize how good she is. To her, dancing just come natural. I sit sometimes on bench along the wall at the dance hall just to watch her when they play some rock music. I picture her dance naked, which I suppose ain't very nice of me, but that is just the way she make me feel. At least you have a conscience and you notify her. You rat yourself out there. Yeah, it's probably not good at me. Oops. Charlie yell at her a lot and tell her she ain't going to Edmonton, no way. They argue a lot when we are all down at the pool hall at Hobama in the afternoons. But it just be two separate people giving speeches. Poppy says she going to go, Charlie say she ain't. At least he's honest, yeah. Some of us guys who been to the city try to talk to her, tell her how Indian girls sure get into a lot of trouble up there. Susie Calfrobe went to Calgary a couple of years ago, and she be drink and fight and stuff and sell herself to the oil drillers for maybe $5 or $10. I seen her there one time, and though she be only about 19, she looked like 30. Her cheeks be all puffy, she had a couple of her teeth knocked out, and she got blue tattoos on both her arms. The arguments always end in a tie, though, us saying one thing and Poppy the other. Charlie even offered to marry her right away. He say they'll go to Wetaskiwin, get the license, have the priest marry them maybe next week. He even say he take her down to Calgary for a couple of days' honeymoon. I bet a year or so ago Poppy 12 Trees would have gone for that real quick. But not anymore. I'm gonna build us a cabin, Poppy, Charlie say to her. This summer I make lots of money riding the rodeos. We'll pick out furniture from a store in Wetaskiwin and... I've made up my mind, Charlie, she say, and go walk out of the pool hall all alone. It was right after this that Mr. Ernest Paul come into the pool hall, and Charlie Cardinal be so desperate that he asked him for advice. Ernest Paul be with the Indian Affairs Department, don't do much of any kind of work that you can see, but then none of them guys do. He be a BC Indian of some kind. BC is British Columbia, it's a different province. He told us once the name of his tribe, but it be long and spelled funny, and I forget it right away. Mr. Paul ain't a very happy man. He about 30, and I think he is what's called a sociologist. Anyway, he went to university for about 10 years, so he could maybe be some help to his people. Then the government sent him out here to work with us instead of his own tribe. BC Indians be a lot different than Alberta Indians. Only thing the same is we both be sort of owned by the Department of Indian Affairs. Our customs all be different, and Mr. Paul can't hardly talk to us at all. They are full other nations. It is like U.S. and Canada, but they are old nations. It's fully different. Hey, Mr. Paul, my friend Frank Fencepost say, what do you flat-face Indians do when you got a young girl want to leave the tribe and go to the city? Mr. Paul, he don't like to be called a flat-faced Indian. Fair. He is pretty short and bow-legged. Again, what's wrong with that? Ugh. He got eyes real wide apart, and his face looked like it'd been hit a few times with a flat iron. Okay, rude. We put them in the Longhouse until they calmed down, he tell us. What is this Longhouse? Charlie Cardinal asked him. Well, I bet it is the first time Mr. Ernest Paul is feel useful since he left his own reserve, 'cause he give us a talk for about an hour on the whole history of the Longhouse in his tribe and how it used to make medicine. And that is true. The Longhouse was like a ceremonial thing to a degree too. Not just a place to live. It's the Longhouse is the special one. I wish Mad Etta, our medicine man, would have been there so she could tell us what she thinks. But she be away down to the Red Pheasant Reserve in Saskatchewan, attend a meeting of medicine men from all across the country. Okay, so we have no explanation of what's up with Etta, what happened last time, but she is alive. if we assume that this story chronologically goes after the last one. But anyway. Okay. The Longhouse, Mr. Paul explained, be like a dance hall only for Indian ceremonies. When somebody has done something bad, want to do something that against tribal custom, they get put in the Longhouse. They is left alone in there for a few days, sometimes for a couple of weeks or more, until they be sorry for what they done and ready to make a new start. Then everybody is have a big party and dance. They call it a potlatch in BC, and give gifts to the person who been in the Longhouse so they can make a new start. Me and Frank and Rufus First Rider sure like the idea of that big party, but Charlie Cardinal liked the idea of the Longhouse better than anybody else, 'cause he figured that a few days in there changed the mind of Poppy 12 Trees. We all sit around and try to figure where we could put Poppy 12 Trees that would be like a BC Indian Longhouse. The Blue Quills Hall down to Hobama Crossing be the first place that come to mind. What if we have to leave her there for quite a while, Charlie say? There be bingo there on Tuesdays and Thursdays and a dance every Saturday. Pretty hard to be alone at a bingo game. We decide against use the Blue Quills Hall. Since it be summer, Frank suggests that we break open the reserve school and put her in there. Couldn't be nothing worse than be locked up in a school, he say. She changed her mind about go to the city pretty fast if we was to put her in there. Then somebody remembered that Poppy 12 Trees like school. She only go until the day she be 15, but it be because her father, Harry 12 Trees, made her quit. He say girls got no business learn things out of books. I hate you, Harry. Finally, about the only thing we can think of is that there be an empty granary sit out in the field about 200 yards behind Wolfchild's cabin. Okay, so there's a granary out in the field. That will maybe work. That make one hell of a short longhouse, say Frank Fence Post when he see it. It's true. It only be about 8 by 10, got a little peaked roof, one door and no windows. Not a long house. It be pretty dark, smell of grain, dust, and mice, and when the sun shine through the cracks in the boards, it show the air full of dust. It sit up on skids about a foot or more off the ground, and it sound kind of scary to walk across the hollow floor. We get busy and nail all the boards in place real good and make up a heavy bar to keep the door closed, instead of the little snib that was used for hold it shut. Inside we put 2 pieces of tree trunk, one big and one little to be a chair and a table. No need for a bed, Mr. Paul say, 'cause the person in there is supposed to meditate and dream things. We arranged that we going to take turns bringing her food and water. It be between me and Frank and Rufus. We all agree that she shouldn't see Charlie until after she change her mind. The less she argue while she thinking, the better, we figure. It must look kind of funny, all us guys marching back and forth to that granary, sit way out there like a puddle of gray water in the green field. The field planted to oats, and it be about 3 feet high and swirling green like pictures I seen of the ocean. We worry some that the toilet gonna be a problem, but we borrow Louis Coyote's pickup truck that night and drive into Wetaskiwin into a spot where they building a new motel, where we borrow without asking their Johnny on the spot, a porta potty, which we set in the field behind the granary. Real late that night, we, as Frank Fencepost call it, put the snatch on Poppy 12 Trees. This is where this is not very cool of a story. If the person agreed to it, if her family agreed to it, and not just these random guys that are only doing this because it's what her boyfriend wants, not cool. But if it was her family that was on board, maybe, like an intervention, it makes sense. This is the problem with them trying to take the BC stuff, bring it over, and probably the guy that was telling them, Mr. Paul, was nice, but this is not good. And then, yeah. Man, if that woman want to do the edumacation, just let her. Yeah, that was a whole other thing. But this isn't about her going to school as much as just getting out of town. Anyway, okay. Oh, hold on 1 second. Learn things. Education. That's how you do that. But okay. Um, she don't put up no big fight 'cause she know us all and know we not going to hurt her. She do get mad though when we empty out the pockets of her jeans. You guys ain't even gonna leave me no cigarettes or lipstick, she say. Can't, we tell her. We have no white man stuff around an Indian log house. Can't have no white man stuff around an Indian log house. So her jeans are okay? But okay. We wait around outside for a while to see if she be okay. We hear her cry some, bang on the walls and kick at the door, but we nailed the place up good and she can't break it open. I can tell her crying is from be mad at us, not from be scared, so we all go home. It makes sense in, like imagine this as an intervention thing that you do. Or like somebody that's a violent person. It makes sense. But just for somebody that's like, I would like to move cities and my boyfriend doesn't want me to, not as cool. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so she's mad, not scared, so they go home. Like we promised, we bring her food and water regular and let her out to the Johnny on the spot. First make her promise she'd not try to run away. You changed your mind yet, Poppy? I ask her the next night when I bring her a bologna sandwich and a jam pail full of hot chocolate that sure do burn my hands when I carry it. No way I gonna change my mind. Well, it only be one day. Mr. Paul say sometimes it take a couple of weeks or more. You can leave me here until the snow comes. Maybe if I get cold enough, I promise just to get out. But as soon as you let me out, I move to the city. We can't leave you here that long, Poppy. Emmanuel Wolfchild need this here granary come harvest. Things go pretty much the same for the next few days. We have to keep telling Charlie we think she changed her mind any time, 'cause he sure get anxious all the time. It is about the 4th or 5th day that I begin to see what is wrong with what we're doing, is that Poppy don't have no reason to believe in what is happening. We is just try out Ernest Paul's idea. All Poppy knows about the Longhouse is what we told her while we is driving her down here in Louis Coyote's pickup, and we probably got it pretty confused by then. It don't be a holy place to Poppy, like it would be to one of Ernest Paul's Indians. Poppy don't be the kind of girl who believe in commune with no spirits. You gotta be taught that stuff from a kid. Very true, exactly. So this is just being locked up in a room to her as opposed to sacred space. Yeah, exactly. About the 5th day, Poppy is say to me, "Why don't you talk serious with me, Silas? You're the smart one of that bunch. If anybody come close to understand why I want to leave, it be you. Not one person has listened to me yet, least of all Charlie." I think about Poppy all the next day and decide that I'm going to listen to her when I bring her supper. I bring her some raisin buns from the store at Hobama. I open up the door of the granary and we sit in the doorway, look at the sunset, and smell the sweet green of the oats. I brought along a couple of Cokes and I give Poppy a cigarette. "You know it be because we your friends that we do this to you," I tell her. She nod her head. "You sure don't change your mind even a little bit? You sure you don't change your mind even a little bit? You don't have to marry Charlie right now, and maybe you could just move to Wetaskiwin instead of Edmonton. Sort of work yourself away a few miles at a time." Being here in this Longhouse, as you call it, did make me think some, but it make me want all the more to leave. Yes, make me want all the more to leave, Silas. All I can see ahead of me is houses with not enough windows, oil drum stoves, and babies that are cough and be cold all the time. Them is the things I think about here and been think about for a long time. Not everybody lived that way anymore, but she go on like she hardly even hear me. You know how sometimes to be funny we play a record faster than it should be? That's the way I want my life to be. I want to dance fast, even to slow music. I heard what happened to some of the girls who go to the city, but I think it'd be worse to keep on staying here and not live at all. If I marry Charlie, I'm just going to sit here and have babies, and pretty soon I'd be too old and too fat and ugly to even dance at all. Charlie probably never gonna build that cabin that he talk about. If I marry him, we end up living with his folks. Charlie, he can go away and ride in the rodeos, or he can go to town and get drunked up, but I just sit at home and know that when he come back, maybe he love me or maybe he beat on me. I be what everybody say is a good woman, take my troubles and be quiet, like your ma was for so many years until Paul Ermineskin left her. Oh, so the dad just left. That's all we know about Dad. No wonder Silas doesn't want to say it. Anyway, or like Annie Bottle is now. And if you remember yesterday, Annie Bottle's not doing too goods. Okay? You gonna get old in the city too, you know. Some Indian girls make it in the city, Silas. Your sister married with a white man. Maybe I do too. But even if I don't, if I just get drunk a lot and die pretty soon, I gonna dance a lot before I die, Silas. If I stay here, I'm already dead. How are you gonna look after yourself? Have you thought about it at all? I got $50 saved from work at the concession at the arena. I get me a room someplace, try to get a job, wait on tables. Silas, one time when we was up to Edmonton, I seen a girl in the beer parlor at the Royal Hotel. She was an Indian girl, and she have some yellow flowers in her hair, and she be real happy. She waved to everybody who come into the bar, and they all wave back and smile at her. Her table got, I bet, 20 glasses of beer on it, and there be people come and go all the time, laugh and make a party. I'm gonna be like her, Silas. It doesn't matter to me if not be for very long. She wants to live well, not live long. Hell yeah. And she made a good point of just, I don't want to be stuck here while you get to do other things. And this is the 70s, remember? That was that fight very fully. When Rufus first writer come to give Poppy her breakfast, she be gone. There be a couple of boards broke out from the back wall. Ooh. He say they was ones that was nailed real good, and she sure must have got strong to bust them out herself. She ain't nowhere around the reserve. Her little brothers say she sneaked in real late and took away some clothes and nail polish and stuff. Charlie Cardinal take the bus up to Edmonton and look around all day, but he don't find her. Mr. Ernest Paul walk around with his head down and don't talk to hardly anybody. What I figure happened is that somebody helped her break out of those couple of boards from the wall. Then somebody maybe took Louis Coyote's pickup and drove her up to Edmonton, or maybe they drove her down to Ponoka and put her on the southbound midnight bus. That's what I figure. Other people can think what they like. The end to the Longhouse. And then the last one is Gooch. Not Gucci, Gooch. I'm excited about that one. It sounds fun, but it looks a little bit long. And I don't care. I'll stick around for this one. I really shouldn't stick around. But it's so fun. Okay. Gooch. It's nearly 10 pages long. It's very good. I'm excited. Oh, you're getting real sleepy. I'm sorry, Fet. Oh, you're not late, I'm Evolutions. I don't take attendance. It's a bit of a bit. Everybody says I'm late. And I'm like, no, you're not. You made it just to the right time. If you don't stay awake to the end, how about you drop the raid suggestion and we'll get to it when we get to it. But I'm going for it. I'm going straight for Gooch. We're going to finish this book. I'm excited. And who thinks that Silas helped our girl get out of there? Who thinks Mr. Paul from BC helped her out of there? Because I think either one of those is good. It doesn't want to let you say this because it's a sex-based term. I've never heard of that. I'm going to have to allow it because I'm saying it and it's on the freaking screen. Is it a sex-based term? Is it bad?
Oh no. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Urban Dictionary. Oh no, I'm scared. Ah. Mm. Mhm. 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 Well, good news. It looks like it's someone's name. No. No, it's not women's parts, but apparently it might have come off of women's parts terms, you know? It got diluted from that to this. But according to the Urban Dictionary thing that it said. But yeah, this is someone's name apparently. So that's going to be fun. Yay! Oh, what a story to end on. I have a feeling this is going to be a good giggle. We're going to have a fun time, probably. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Okay. Gooch. I heard there was Indians here, he said. He is look around the inside of the pool hall at Hobama Crossing and try and get his eyes used to the dark after come in from the sunlight. Ooh. Oh no, 1 second. I will ask that we don't go a little bit um we don't go too crazy with it. Yes, that is the term. That is what's on the screen. That is what I will probably be saying. But it's a man's name apparently, and not that. But who knows? I wonder if this meant that in the 70s or not. We'll find out. Okay. It certainly got me reeling. I was not expecting that. Okay. But okay. He look around the inside and try and get his eyes 'cause of the sunlight. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just gonna say, like, we're allowing it, but I wouldn't want everybody to. I trust you guys, but like, I imagine if you guys went all off and like just said a bunch of different words for the same thing, it would get annoying and not productive. But it's okay. We got this. Okay. We just heard the south-going bus stop outside on the gravel, and we guess that is where he come from. There's about 2,000 Indians live around here, says Robert Coyote, who's lining up the pink ball on the table next to ours. Then I guess there be room for one more, the new guy says. They call me Gooch, and he hold out his hand to me 'cause I'm the closest Indian to the door. Alrighty, Cage. We'll see you soon. Oh, look at that little boob. I love that little boob. It's cute. Okay, I focus. We'll see you later, Cage. Take care. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh yeah. I should be ending my stream already, but I'm going to read it. So you know what? I'm going to say that we should not be chatty. I should focus. So that we read it quick so that people can go, including me who has things to do. All right. Silas, I say. He got a grip like a muskrat trap. This here's Robert and Ethan. I point to the two guys playing snooker. That's Paul, you know. And these is Paul Cutknife, Sandra Coyote, and Sadie One Wound. I point out the three people play on the same table with me. Gooch, he ain't shy with strangers like most Indians, but he ain't pushy either. He just act like he been one of us all his life. And he is the kind of person can get away with do something like that. Gooch is tall and lean, and his muscles bulge like links of logging chain. His hair is long and wild, his eyes wide apart. His bottom lip been split pretty bad from a fight, I'd guess, and he got big gaps in his face where he lost some teeth someplace. He be a mean-looking Indian until he is smiled. Then it is like parts of his face move around, change places with each other, and it is just like when the sun come up in the morning. Oh, he's all sunshine. Oh. Ooh. Long cat. Long potat. Okay. He got big rough hands and tattoos on both his arms.
A snake and a knife on one, a motorcycle on the other. Say Lone Wolf underneath in red ink. Gooch is built. Gooch sounds like he's just fought a lot and maybe he's a problem, but then he's just like sunshine. Like, I'm sorry, but this man describing the other man's smile as the sun coming up in the morning sounds just a little friendly. Okay. No way! Okay. All right. I'm Tlingit Indian, come all the way from Alaska, he tells us. Tlingit. It's spelled T-L, but I know that this one is called Tl, like you say Tl instead. Tlingit. Yay! I did some investigating after all of our Yukon stories and things. They're up there too. Tlingit. Ah, okay. I like it. He's from Alaska, he tells us. So what, say Paul Cutknife, who don't like the way his girlfriend, Sandra Coyote, is looking at this strange dude. He smiles like sunshine. Of course the ladies are like, ooh, okay, come on. This sort of surprised us because Paul, he usually don't have much to say to anybody. He been Sandra's boyfriend for a year or so. He has spent most of his time up on the side of the hill above our cabins, carved totems from big trees he cut down. Oh, he's a carver, nice. He even sold one to the Sundance retirement home in Wetaskiwin. Cool. Paul is small and slim-built. He got black-rimmed glasses and his ears stand out from his head some. Him and Sandra ain't promised or nothing. I don't even know if they sleep together when they get the chance. Okay. Oh, right, 'cause you're the guy that looks in on people. Frickin'. Sounds like this guy is that one friend who gets in trouble a lot, but with a heart of gold. Yeah, maybe that's him, although maybe that's also Frank Fencepost, who is always in the trouble. He's also built like a tank. Yeah. He's not built like a thank. He's built like tank. Okay. But our little Paul is very not tank. Hey, partner, I don't mean you no harm, Gooch says to Paul. Last thing I want is trouble. I just got out of the joint down to Fort Saskatchewan. 90 days for possession of stolen property. He laughs some, and it is a nice, friendly laugh. I was walking down the street in Edmonton carrying this here TV set I'd just liberated from a motel room when the cops come along. He stole the TV from a hotel, and they said, jail, 90 days. Okay. It is such a great name. And we had a real wild moment where he had some ladies in Vegas where they were being very unfriendly. They were paid ladies, and then they got to work, and the one that was with Frank says, "Now I know why you're called fence post." And it was a great moment. Anyway, okay, our guy here, Gooch. Yes, immediately turning back to the story. I know that was a lot. He was having fun. Yeah. Okay. He said that he had just liberated the TV from the motel room when the cops come along. It was 2:30 in the morning. Even I get myself in some spots I can't talk my way out of. I done time too, Robert Coyote says, and they talk some about that. I look over at Paul, and he has hold his face so tight I can hardly see where his mouth should be. He's pressed his lips all the way away. Gooch never stopped talking, and pretty soon everybody is laugh a lot at some of his stories. He pays for our pool games, buys Cokes for all of us, for us all, and cigarettes for the girls. Sandra Coyote misses all her shots 'cause she has never take her eyes off Gooch's face. Ooh. Paul's girl is not paying attention. He's scared. Okay. Gooch means wolf in my language. Hey, see, that's what we're talking. Look at me. He's a wolf. He's not whatever y'all thought the Urban Dictionary thing is. It's wolf. Take that, okay? Means wolf in my language, he says, looking right back at Sandra. That's me, a lone wolf, all right. Ooh, the riz. Ooh, the riz. He's wearing jeans with a wide leather belt that got a silver buckle with a pale blue stone of some kind about 2 inches square set in it. He got a denim vest and a purple cowboy shirt with the sleeves rolled up and open most to his waist.
Oh, the shirt's way open. Missing her shot. Imagine accidentally throwing your whiskey in your eye.
No, buddy. You know what you mean. Missing her shot in the pool game. And his shirt's way open. 110% Riz Lord. I gotta agree. Okay. He even rizzed up Silas. Let's be real. He was immediately like, "You are sunshine." Okay. And his boots. Oh yeah, and Silas likes cowboy boots. He's talked about cowboy boots a lot. Okay, and his boots. Boy, they is the fanciest pair I ever seen. Hand tooled with silver toe caps. Must have cost, $200. A guy like me needs a good pair of boots, he say after I tell him how much I like them. Sometimes I got a lot of kicking to do, and sometimes too they is about all I got to be proud of. That and just being a man. Oh my god. Okay, big eye roll from Raven, just saying. That's what my old man always used to tell me. He got drunk and walked off a pier one night. Found him floating like a rat in a well the next morning. Ooh, okay. Trauma for Gooch. I never go looking for trouble, but it sure seemed to come looking for me. Well, you say so. We all go over to the cafe and Gooch buys us hamburgers and stuff. Only Paul Cutknife insists on buying his own. Paul been trying to get Sandra to leave all afternoon. You're not gonna get it. She is hooked. Oh, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Helix43443. Welcome. Thank you. Hi, Helix. You're getting sleepy? Sounds good. I'm getting amped. I'm excited about this story. Okay. Sandra is good looking. She been most of the way through high school, too. She got long dark hair, kind of combed down across one eye. Her nose is straight and her eyes big and black. She looked like maybe she be related to some of them Indian chiefs I got in a picture book from the Wetaskiwin Library. She's wearing a red blouse under her jean jacket that show her nice breasts, and her blue jeans is tight enough to make guys look over their shoulder at her. They gotta do the double take. They're rubbernecking for that butt. Okay, Gooch, he tells stories on himself. He don't brag about all the things he done, yet I bet he could if he wanted to. I like him. We understand that, Silas. He has rizzed all of you, except for Paul. We understand. Oh yeah? That's Sandra. Rubbernecking for the cake. Okay. Oh, hi, Hating Memories. Welcome in. Okay. First time I shipped out from Alaska on a freight boat to Seattle, I was maybe 16. And I don't speak no English at all, only Tlingit. By the time I get to Seattle, all I know how to say is yes and no. A bunch of us is sitting in a bar in Seattle when this big guy come up and yells something at me. I figure I want no trouble, so I better agree with him, so I say yes. Well, that big bugger knocks me off my chair and puts the boots to me. Couple of guys pull him off or he like to have killed me. What he'd said to me was, "Anybody here looking for a fight?" And I'd said, yes. That's precisely the jokes that I love that W.P. Kinsella puts. He does those little jokes where it's mixed up understandings like that. I love those. Okay. That ain't all though. Sorry. Next time we were in the bar, the same guy comes up and yells at me again. I sure don't want him after me again, so I say no. Well, he knocks me down again and I have to be rescued again. What he'd said was, "Didn't you get enough of a beating last time?" And I said no. I made up my mind right then that I was going to learn to speak English real good. Yeah, that would teach you. He told lots more stories, too, about work in the lumber camps in Washington,
being in jail in Alaska. Wait, what did you do in Alaska if you stole the TV down here? What did you do? Anyway, and how his white foreman's wife chased after him when he worked on a ranch in the Caribou. Ooh. You guys figure I can get a place to stay around here? I got money. And he tapped the back pocket of his jeans. I had a few bucks when I was arrested, and what with me being American and all, they was supposed to deport me for being a crook. I talked them into a one-way ticket to Fairbanks. They trusted me to go. I cashed in the ticket in Edmonton, and here I am. I've been figuring that we could put him up at our place, and Ma could use the money. Yeah, Silas is already like, I'll take him. Tell me you're not Two-Spirit. Come on, tell me you're not Two-Spirit. Silas, you're so excited about him. I'm teasing. There's lots of room in our place, say Sandra Coyote. Oh, Paul's not gonna like that. Robert's going on the rodeo tomorrow and you can have his bed. Paul cut knife, stomp out. Slam the door, make the plates jump on the table. Maybe it'd be better if I go with Silas, Gooch say to Sandra. I don't want to make no trouble for you. I'm glad you're picking up on this, Gooch. I'm glad you are. He got his hand on her shoulder when he say this, and I can practically see Sandra Coyote's knees wobbling when she is talking to him. She's wobbling at his touch. That, or maybe you're getting jealous, Silas. I don't know. We ain't married or nothing, says Sandra. Okay, yeah, It seems funny to me that none of us guys is mad at Gooch for the way he moves in and makes himself at home. Some people got a special way about them, and he is one of those. It must be getting old. I must be getting old, say Gooch. Another time when that little guy gave me the evil eye, I'd have wiped the floor with him, and then looked around to see who minded. I was trying to stay out of a fight back there. Good move. Smart move, bud. Just 'cause you don't need to be in more trouble. Robert Coyote likes Gooch too, and if Robert says something is okay, then the rest of us think so too. Robert is strong and mean, rides in the rodeos, been in jail, and he is also Sandra's big brother. If she wants to be Gooch's woman, that's her business, not mine. I wish her luck, says Robert as we walk up the hill from town to our cabins. I try to figure how I might feel if it been my girlfriend, Sadie, that is get all hot for Gooch. I would sure feel bad, but I don't think I make any trouble. I don't think you can make somebody love you with your fists or a gun. Wise man. But also, you like him too. I tease him, but he writes him like he's a Riz god, so I'm just gonna giggle. Okay, a week or so later, Gooch, he went into Wetaskiwin, got himself a job first try, run a road grader for the Department of Highways. You gotta be confident, he tells us guys that night. First time I ever got a construction job, I walked into a camp in Alaska, told them I was the best goddamn heavy equipment operator they ever laid eyes on. I couldn't even find the ignition on the machine they gave me, but I got to mess with it for 3 hours before they ran me off. That's how somebody can die. I'm just gonna say it. Like, with the heavy machinery, that's very dangerous, but okay. It is the 70s. Next camp, I lasted a whole day until I couldn't find the brake and drove a cat into a gravel pit full of water. And by cat, I'm guessing they mean like the big machine cat, not a kitten. But I learned. Now when I tell them I'm the best, I ain't lying no more. One Saturday night, we borrow Louis Coyote's pickup truck so a bunch of us can go down to town, drink a beer for a while, then go to the dance at Blue Quills Hall at Hobama. How about if I drive? Say Gooch. I used to race stock cars down in Washington. You got a driver's license? What kind would you like? And he pulled out a whole wallet full of cards. I got Alberta, BC, Washington, Alaska, and Northwest Territories. But not the Yukon? Okay. He's just dancing all around that. No Idaho? No? Okay. Name's a little different on each one. If I go to the city, I draw welfare on some of them,
and unemployment on my own name if I can get it. When you live by your wits like I do, you take everything that you can get. And this is partially why we have the shitty stereotype of people abusing welfare systems, but fair enough when things are especially stacked against you and things are new. I understand how that happened. Still not good, but I see how it happened. He stops and laughs that big, long laugh of his. Got caught once. 4 months for fraud. Was supposed to be deported that time, too. Oh, lovely. At the dance at Blue Quills, Paul Cutknife is pretty drunk and stagger around the hall, which ain't usual for him. In fact, I never know Paul to drink hardly at all. Ooh. You took my woman, he say, and swing his fist at Gooch. Oh no, Gooch knocks him right across the wall with a couple of punches. Some farbers on the other side stand Paul up and push him right back at Gooch, who has shoved him down on the floor out of the way, 'cause by now there is a real good fight starting. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Our scrawny little Paul, this is not good. But hey, Frank Fencepost is entering now. Frank Fencepost done a little war dance and hit one of the fat farmers that picked up Paul. I feel like LaHonk and Frank have very similar energy where it's like, oh, are we doing violence? Punch. Is that not you? Little dino dance? Yeah, it's you. Violence. Hell yeah. Okay, so he just goes and punches a farmer. How dare you help him up? Okay. All right. Oh, and he keeps saying this. And I'm like, you need to stop saying it, Frank. Okay. Pretty soon everybody is punch and shove some. Frank get up on the little bench that run along the side of the hall. Let's take us some scalps, he yell, and jump right in the middle of everybody. You need to stop, Frank. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. 'Cause no. Anyway, okay. Boy, it is the best fight we had in a long time. Gooch and Ethan Firstrider toss farmers all over the hall until the RCMP guys has come. Then everybody gets quiet and start to dance some. Oh no, the cops. Everyone dance. I want to see that they start dancing the men with the men because they were fighting each other like, oh, quick, I'm dancing. Anyway, okay. All right. They dance some, and except for a little blood on the floor and a few spots up the wall, nobody ever know there been a fight at all. Everyone is surprised when Gooch, he keep his job for maybe 3 months, 'cause he been tell us how he one time had 20 jobs in 1 year, and how he never stay in one place for more than a few weeks. Ooh. To be fair, Frank, if Paul is Frank's boy, the farmers helped him up. They did shove him back at Gooch. But, Frank should have been fighting Gooch, not the farmers. But Frank is just like, I keep saying this and I want to take white guys down, so I'll find any excuse. So, I disagree. But anyway. Either way, he's just going for the chaos. And, all right. But okay, Gooch, for whatever reason, has been sticking around. Crazy. This ain't a bad place, Silas, he say to me one day. Oh gosh, it's already 2:20. Hey, sorry everyone. I'm gonna focus. This ain't a bad place, Silas, he say to me one day. I've been thinking about settling down here. I've been on the road for 9 years now, running from place to place like the wolf I'm named for. Sandra's a good woman, and I like maybe to get us a place of our own. Guess not being a Cree, I couldn't build here on your reserve, but maybe we get a place in Wetaskiwin, or maybe right here in Hobama. The people here are pretty good, Silas. I make some friends. There's only Paul Cutknife get all hot and bothered about me. Usually it is the other way about. I maybe got one friend, and everybody else is want me to go. I wish sometimes that I could fight like Gooch,
but I don't really mind that I can't. What I do wish is that maybe I could dance like him. You like the way he moves, Silas? I watch him dance one night at Blue Quills with my Sadie One Wound, and I say to Sandra, that Gooch is some dancer. Ooh. Girls can tell a lot about a guy by dance with him, Sandra say to me. Some guys, even if they smart or got big cars, they make a girl feel uncomfortable because they ain't sure of themselves. When I dance with Gooch, I just relax. I don't have to think. All I have to do is dance because Gooch knows exactly what he's doing. And it the same with everything about him, Silas. And she give me the prettiest smile. Well, she likes him too. Good news. Anyway, nothing's a secret for very long on the reserve. Pretty soon everybody is know that Gooch and Sandra may be going to get their own place. Oh, so they have been. Ooh, okay. Maybe even get married, some people say. Ooh. Paul Cutknife hardly come out of his cabin for quite a few days. Poor guy. Gooch, he walks rough and laughing. His joy is to be alive. He walked through the little rooms of our cabins like he was still outside. And like my mom say, when Gooch is around, you know there is a man in the house. Wow, okay. Everybody like Gooch, even Mama. Okay. One evening, Gooch, he takes Louis Coyote's pickup. Oh, goodness. Louis Coyote's pickup to town to buy groceries at the Safeway store. About 11 o'clock, there is a little knock at my door, and Gooch slip inside. I'm in some trouble, Silas. Paul Cutknife went to the RCMP and told them about how I was supposed to be deported. They pulled me over on the highway a while ago, and they got a warrant for me. I shouldn't have, I know, but I blew up. I cold-cocked one of the Mounties and split into the bush while the other one was shooting at me. I walked back to the equipment yard and hot-wired one of the Department of Highways pickups. I got it stashed in the bush at the foot of the hill. If the Mounties ain't been here already, they will be soon. I want you to go over to Coyotes and get Sandra. If we can get to Calgary, they won't find us for a while. Just as I'm about to go to the door, he puts his hand on my arm, and that mean face of his break up in a smile. I thought it was going to be okay here, but guess trouble followed me like a can tied to my tail. Well, you pissed off a guy and he didn't feel good, so he's gonna tell on you. Maybe if you hadn't told everyone that you were deported. I don't know. I go over to Coyote's cabin. I tell Sandra that Gooch is wait for her at my place. Paul is there. I guess he must have told Sandra what he done. The Mountie's gonna get him, Sandra. Stay with me, says Paul. Sandra is wrapping up a few of her clothes in a white shirt she wears sometimes, tied in a bow across her belly. She don't answer him. He ain't no good. He get drunk lots. He be mean to you. You went for him at the dance, say Sandra. I never been drunk before or since. I figured if I could fight him, you might... ... I got to go. He'll leave you first chance. Maybe. You'll be sorry if you go. We made a baby, Gooch and me. Oh, yikes. She's preggers. Paul Cutknife's face sort of break up like a cup and dropped on the floor. He run out of the cabin, leave the door hanging open. I don't know what he going to do, but I sure hurry Sandra over to our place. I don't know what if I imagine it or not, but I think I can see where her belly bulge a little bit over the top of her jeans. I'm sorry, babe, Gooch says. If you don't want to go, I understand. You're in trouble because of me. I don't quit you now. I only got $20 or so, but I hand it to Gooch. Sandra draw in her breath real sharp, and there is Paul in the doorway. He is coming for Gooch, and the big blade of his carving knife is shine in the camp light. They circle each other a bit. Oh, God, oh, God. My brother Hiram runs up to the door. Cops is coming, he say. I'm gonna kill you, say Paul Cutknife. What a name for a guy wielding a knife, but he's a carver. It makes sense. Okay. You be dead by the time Mounties get here. Make your move, say Gooch. Okay. Paul has his back mostly to me as I take a plate off the table and smash it on the floor. Paul turns to look at the noise, and Gooch has him. You totally sold out your man for Gooch, Silas. You are fully one of his ladies. Just be real. Okay, sorry. You love Gooch. All right. Although I guess he wasn't expecting, maybe he wasn't expecting Gooch to grab him, but he was expecting distraction, which does feel very Silas. He's like more non-confrontational than some of these guys. Paul turns to look at the noise, and Gooch has him. He trips his feet out from under him, and they roll a couple of times on the floor. Gooch bites into Paul's arm as he pushes his knife hand down, and the knife comes free. Gooch pushes it over to me, and I put it in my belt. Okay, good. Okay, the knife is gone. Get out, Gooch says to Paul, and he lets him up. I was very scared that Gooch was going to use the knife. Gooch never hurt him except for what he had to do, to get the knife from him. Yes. And he did good. Although make sure to go to a real doctor, get the cleaning for a bite. Human mouths are so dirty. A human mouth bite, it easily get infected. So clean it. Okay. I wonder if I'd be so easy on him if he turned me into the RCMP and tried to kill me. Yeah, Paul doing that was a lot. He was asking for trouble. Oh no, the ad's gonna start. Okay, I gotta read. Paul runs out the door and across the clearing, holding on to the arm that'd been bit. The RCMP car is almost up to the cabins. Help me any way you can, Silas, Gooch says, and he and Sandra disappear around the side of the cabin. I go out and act real scared for the RCMP. If you guys looking for Gooch, I say, he's over to Coyote's cabin, but be real careful, he's got a couple of rifles. They shut off all their lights quick and go sneak off in the dark towards Coyote's cabin. Silas is an actor, we got this, okay. I take Paul's knife and first cut off the cord to their radio microphone, then poke holes in both front tires. Oh, you little shit. I hear the pickup roar from down at the foot of the hill, and away it goes on the road to Hobama. I start to breathe easy. Then from high up in the trees, up where Paul Cutknife does his carving, some rifle shoots. In the dark, I can see the little scarlet flashes like a snake flick his tongue. The pickup goes down the left side of the road, travel in the ditch for a while, then come up, back, and across, and end up pointing down at the slough. I can hear the RCMP guys' boots on the gravel as they run up toward the rifle fire. The shots just keep coming and coming. Little red flashes are close together, and I can hear the bullets keep crashing to the truck. The headlights make funny colors on the slough water like the northern lights do sometimes in the sky. The end. I don't think that they made it. That is the end of the book. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I have returned the book. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, wow. Cliffhanger? I think we know what happened. Silas is watching as we see Paul shoot at Gooch and Sandra, and the police shoot back up at Paul. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Wow. We don't know what happens, just like we don't know how it happens with Mad Etta, but I don't think we're gonna see Gooch again. I'll tell you that. Yes, it is time for beds. Let's go. It is half an hour longer than I expected to be because that story was wild. My voice is still in serious mode because that was serious. Are you guys okay? Because I'm not okay. Ooh, bending silver spoons. Yes. Good idea, Fett. Oh, sad story? Yeah, I mean, it ended It ended assumedly pretty sad, but maybe not. Sad if you look at it from Paul. Pretty if you look at it for Gooch for most of it. But the lights on the water, like Northern Lights, that gets me. Okay, well, thank you everyone for watching. We're gonna get rid of that. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna raid into Bending Silver Spoons and wrap up for the night. So let's get going. Whew. But thanks so much for watching, everyone. Goodness, this has been nuts. I love these stories from W.P. Kinsella. We have finished one book, but I have two more, and these ones I have physically. I have them. I have the Moccasin Telegraph and Brother Frank's Gospel Hour. I don't know if that's Frank Fence Post. I don't trust Fence Post's gospel, but anyway, I've got two books full of more stories. A+ book. Yeah, I love it. Oh, it's so fun. Frank. You gotta hear more chaos from Frank. But oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so excited to read more soon. I might be pulling off a stream tomorrow, but probably I won't be. You will be seeing me on Friday with Vi if you watch Vi's channel, so go check that out. We're gonna do the origami stream on Friday. And then I'll be back on Sunday. I'll be able to make the late stream almost for certain, but I might not make the earlier stream. I'm going to say I'm not going to be able to make the earlier stream, so I'll cancel that one. I'll cancel both of my Sunday ones just in case there's a problem, but I will be there for the late one probably. So yes, okay. Friday morning or evening? Oh, evening. It'll be EDT evening. Yes? Unless the plans are not what I think they are. They have to be evening. Yeah, it has to be evening. It's not my stream timing, though. It's Vi's. So it follows what Vi wants to do. She's in charge. It is her channel. I'm just there, teaching. I'm in charge of the folding. She's in charge of the streaming. But okay, here we go over to Bending Silver Spoons. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. I'm so excited to read more in the future with W.P. Kinsella. It's so fun. All right. Thank you. Let's go. Do. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and I can hit the button. I hit the button. Okay, it's moving. All right. Bye-bye.